Yeah, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm sorry for the breaking transmission. I was trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah, like you said earlier, that we're gonna be discussing some issues like training issues and general issues every Sunday. Today we're trying to discuss about um Tuface Olivia's okay, so I'm going to send you a request, sir.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Uh, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Prof, if you're online, please can you send me a request or something? Yeah, we're discussing about Tuface Libia's belief about marriage, about men being polygamous in nature. And again, we also have to see if he's right with his speech, or if uh uh is right, for him to have, said that in public, or, I just want to see everybody's view about this. Let's see if we can discuss this evening. I'm trying to bring some people in so we could discuss this and, just have fun. Dixon Alama.
Wait, Daddy, can you go to your friend's house?
Okay, all right. Vanessa is here.
Got it. Daddy.
Hold on.
Your head.
Killer, hold on, please. I'm kind of busy. Hold on.
is gone.
Yeah, can you accept, sir? I'm sending you a request, sir. You just declined, sir. I'm sending you another request, sir. Hello, sir.
So how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Great, sir.
Yeah.
So, I already make a kind of introduction about what we're discussing.
Okay.
And it's about
Daddy.
I don't know if you have seen that video, but it's
Yeah.
about Tuface speech about men being polygamous, and how possible do you I'm going to ask two questions. Is it right with the speech, with the statement, or no, is it right with the statement, and is it appropriate for him to have mentioned that kind of issue in that platform, like in public?
Okay. Actually, I think Tuface was just being factual. He doesn't want to be a communicator with the truth. Many people, that's a very sensitive, issue to talk about, especially in public, like you said. Yeah, but he doesn't want to be hypocritical, because that is what it is. It is just the truth. Otherwise, how do you explain it? He said, well, in as much as he loves his wife, it's like what we discussed here last week. Remember?
Yeah.
That how come some people keep side chicks in spite of the fact that they have wives at home, or they have loving wife and all that. So Tuface is just making an allusion to the same thing, that look, in spite of the fact that he has a wife, a beautiful wife at home, and he loves his wife, but then when he's in public and all that, there is something in him that just cannot be tamed. Okay, remember some other people said that you have to tame that and it requires discipline. Some people made allusion to spirituality, to be able to tame it. Two-Face is
Daddy,
just being
is this me, Grandpa?
one thing
Oh, yeah.
is difficult to tame.
Okay.
You know, let's look at him. Two-Face being a public figure.
Okay.
Okay. The
Daddy,
problem
is
people
it
like
Grandpa?
Tuface don't have is quite enormous, okay, and quite different from what other normal people have. Now, these people are those, who meet with so many people, and the trade that Tuface is into is such that attracts women, okay? It attracts women. Even when they don't want, women throw themselves at them, okay? So
Yeah.
it requires extra discipline and ultra, spiritual, ability to be able to tame or to be able to shun such temptations. That is just it. Except we want to be economical with the truth, we want to, panabit this thing. So no, if you have to be factual about it, it's difficult for ordinary. I say ordinary now, with some guided sense. Okay, ordinary people, let's just say like us,
Okay.
who are not in the full glare of the public. It's
Yep.
difficult for us to tame
We are
it.
not on the spot.
Let alone people like Tuface. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think that it's just what it is. It's just what it is. And the wife also knows this.
He knows
So
that. Yeah.
whoever marries a public figure like Tuface, okay, we have to deal with that aspect of their marital life. That my husband is the husband of so many people.
Everybody.
Oh yeah. When he comes home, when he comes home,
Please.
he becomes my husband and the father of my own children. He provides for me. He does everything I want. You understand? So the lady at home has to maximize, the presence of people like Two-Face when they are at home with them. Okay, but you cannot control their outside life. It's just not possible. Like I told you, women throw themselves at them at will.
Yeah.
It requires something extraordinary. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Because many of us, especially in Nigeria, we like deceiving ourselves so much. We are Christian because we are this, we are that. Come on. We are talking about reality here. The guy is just
sorry,
saying it.
in my own humble opinion, sir.
Yeah.
I believe for a man to get stuck with a woman is not normal. But
Okay.
it is noble of a man to get stuck with a woman.
Okay.
That's what I think. And that I think that really explains everything. That explains it all.
Okay.
So Annie knows that Two-Face does that, and everybody knows that. But for him to have come out in public to mention that, throwing that in her face, she felt embarrassed. And do you think? And my question now is my third question now to you is: do you think it is right of her to have attacked him at that very moment? In that spot?
You mean for Annie?
To have attacked him, like, oh, are you speaking for yourself or are you speaking for other men out there?
It's like exactly what I'm saying. You see, Annie knew her husband. Annie knew the man.
Mr. Ben, I'm going to bring it back up. Why did you leave?
Yeah. So Annie knew the man she married. Okay. Yeah. She knew that yesterday before today. So there is no point really washing any dirty linen in the public because she knew what was going to. After all, Tuface had children before Annie came on board. Okay.
Yeah, no, they were in a relationship while that happened. It's
That's still on the piece. What I'm saying that Tuface is first and foremost a ladies' man. I am telling you the truth. A ladies' man. So it is Annie who knows. Who will learn how to really.
Oh, Mr. Ben, please, can you send me a request again, please? Please send me a request again, please. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to make sure we I want Professor to land before I introduce you and bring you up. I'm very sorry. Can you resend your request, please? Yeah, you can continue, sir.
Yeah. I was saying that Annie knew the man she married. Okay, even though because she's a lady. I mean, he's a ladies' man, and many ladies will want to occupy the position Annie is occupying now. So it is Annie that should learn how to really hold her husband tight to make sure that Tuface is hers and hers alone. So how to do that now is another thing, because the man, except, can you prevent Tuface from going out to perform? That is the issue. Except if you want to make sure that you follow your husband to every occasion where he performs. Even at that, can he really curtail, the eye,
life. I click on it, my wallet, send requesting.
So you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Except Annie will be able to prevent her husband from going out, which is impossible.
Very impossible.
Yes, another option is to be following her husband everywhere he wants to perform. Is that also possible?
It's not.
Because Annie has
considering her age and status, she can't do that.
She can't. Besides, she has her own profession. Yes. She has what she does. Okay.
Yes.
So if these two things are not possible, I think Annie will have to accept the fact that her husband is a public figure. And let me tell you, when we talk about public figures, many of them desire to be public figure. Many of them desire to be associated with public figure. Okay, that is a kind of privilege. This privilege comes with responsibility. That responsibility is the aspect we are discussing now. You should be able to accept both the asset and liability that comes with being public figure. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what they are suffering from now. So she should be able to bear that and deal with it. Because it is the same thing the world over. It's not something that is peculiar to Tuface alone. Even those who are not public figure.
Yeah.
If you are a little bit successful, you are successful. And one thing or the other about you attracts ladies, okay? Either your profession, either your achievement, either your money, or whatever that attracts ladies to yourself. Even without you calling them, you see them beckoning here and there. So the wife at home has to understand that, because success, okay? Success and achievement in life, okay? They're like magnet.
Yeah.
Success and achievement, they're like magnet, okay? That magnetize.
Please. Tell him, go to living room, please. Yeah. So Mr. Peter, do you want to come up, please? If you want to contribute to, sir, we don't mind, sir. Let us hear your side. Let's say, what you think about the whole issues. We're talking about Tuface statement about being polygamous. Can you share your view? And Professor, this is my brother Dixon Onama from London. So he's also joining, and he wants to.
Did the same guy we met the other day?
No.
Okay. So how is that?
Yeah. So, Sunday is my son. He's my kid brother. The same father, the same mother.
No, I can see the same.
Yeah. He's my kid brother. Yeah. And in a way, I'm his mentor.
Okay.
But the question is asking me is a very sensitive one at the moment.
Okay.
I train him about that in back door. I don't want people to know my views on so many things. I just tell him, Baba, do that. But now it's like he wants to expose me, Internet doesn't forget anything. Everything you say on the internet, everybody can just listen to it and they know where you stand. But however, yeah. Prof, do you see the video about the Tuface and the wife? What happened? What transpired? Do you see the video?
No, I just heard it very, very not fully at all.
Because me, if I want to make a comment, I would like to go with their body language. You understand? will start with the body language, the way everything is like, the way everything happened. You know, when he said, "It's in men. Men can they can love you and go out there to do something." And if you see Tuface, then when he was talking his face was brightening up. He was happy to like, it's breaking out from the bottle. Somebody's trying to bottle him somewhere, and you can see he's so delighted to break up. Because the narrative we often hear is that Tuface is not being good to the wife because you know what he used to do, you know. But what I'm saying now, if I want to go into the body language, to interpret the body language, the wife was a bit disappointed because the wife has been spreading the narrative like Tuface is not a good husband, that I'm committed to Tuface. She's playing the victim side of the story, like I'm the victim, is dating everybody, and I'm the wife. You understand? But the thing is, he's dating everybody. I'm the wife. So she didn't expect that Tuface will come front and tell everybody, because women, they try to, when women meet you, I know you are a bit older, they want to change something about you. It's in their head. When women meet a man, they want to change something about you. Yes, that's what they do. That's their well, but it's good. They change something about you to make you better. But sometimes they change something about you to make you who they can manage.
Okay,
that's
sir.
The difficult area about it. They change something about you to make you who they can manage. So, and especially when they meet you in that time of your humble beginning, that make it more easier for them to change you to what they can manage. They want you to grow. However, they still want you to be in the bottle.
Okay.
Yes,
they want to bottle you. Is that what you're saying?
They bottle you up.
Okay.
They bottle you up. They want to change you. Yes, sir. But it's good when woman meet. But 100%, this one 100%. When woman meet a man, is looking at him and thinking of what can I change about this man.
I can resonate with that.
Yeah. Capture him.
That's why I said. Sunday is my student. We are born with the same parents, and he's been with me for long. And there are some things I say to him. I will say to people, I'm a shy person, but I talk when I want to talk. I talk too much, but I talk with experience because I've been in school of life. Maybe me too. I would have been if I want to say I'm a doctor in school of life, he knows.
A coach.
he knows.
A life coach.
Life coach. Yeah. I'm that life coach. In life coach, I'm a doctor. They want to do something about you.
Maybe in womenology.
Not only that. Not only that, sir. Not only that.
So I'm still analyzing. I'm going to, and I'm just starting from the beginning. So they want to change you to who they can manage, because they want you to go beyond what they can manage. They want to make you like what they can manage. So, and if you are a difficult person, like Tuface has been a difficult person, but me, I never seen him as a difficult person. I used to think Tuface is being stupid.
He's just living life.
Yeah, sir. But that day, Tuface was able to show us what is happening behind the scene. He kept her unaware and showed the world like, this is man, he can do whatever I do. But people never know. They were thinking like Tuface used to come and beg her, because Tuface was actually in love. You see the public PDAs, they show people, and Tuface play along, and they happy together. Tuface always play along, but Tuface always let her realize something that she don't want to agree with. She just want. So the narrative she's sending to friends and the public, like, Tuface is mine. Tuface is just messing up, but it's mine. And he wants Tuface to accept that. But behind the scene, Tuface is not accepting that. So I was happy.
You mean Tuface is trying to let her know that she's a man of the people?
Tuface has always let her know, but she is just sending another narrative out. She has been sending another narrative out all this while. But that day, you will see the look on. That's why I said, do you see the photo? Do you see the look on Tuface that it was able to let loose? Like, I'm not a man that anybody can bottle. Even though I'm in love, I'm still a man. And I will tell you, to be honest, what Tuface has said, to me, in my own opinion, I'm sorry, I'm a Christian, very strong Christian, but Tuface is right. He was right. You know, sometimes when we become a Christian like me and we become a pastor, we can't take another girl and want to be responsible. We have the tendency to do it as a man, but we might decide not to do it, but we have it in our body. Everybody must know that. That's the truth. Yes, that's the truth. But you might not do it. You might do like with my position, with my wife. She has paid a lot of sacrifice in my life. I won't do this for her. But every man have. So, but for those of us that decided to do it, we still use the fantasy of those women we see outside to have sexual intercourse with our wives.
But okay. If we are to be honest with ourselves, we don't want to do it because we don't want to offend the wife at home. Okay? Yeah. But the tendency is in us. I want us to be factual now.
It's tendency. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But, okay, the tendency is in us. But then, are you telling me that if occasion warrants it, if situation warrants it, where your wife will not know, where the public that have this kind of, perception about you as a pastor or man of God or Christian, when the public is not there, your wife is not there, and you're so likely to be offended because she doesn't know, are you saying that that tendency will not explode?
It will. And that's why when they try to bottle you up, the only reason I'm a Bible student that people take you from the mountain to the valley is to bury you. Because when you are in the valley, you are close to the ground. They can bury you. And in the Bible times, but in the valley is where the battle occurs, is where they have a battle, not on the mountain. You have to come to the valley for fights and everything. So it's to bury you. So that's why it's easier for women to always try to bring you to the valley. Because they don't, and when they bring you to that valley, when they put you in that bottle, they will lose the focus of you. That's why, they like you, they fight for you because they're not secure. They want to put you in a place that they will secure. They have a good intention. But when they achieve that, they will go otherwise.
And that's why they have to capture you first.
That's why they will go otherwise. Where's Prof is not
here.
Yeah,
there. I have to send him another request. Something happened.
I will continue.
Yeah, just keep on.
So here, so Prof, the only reason why somebody will bring you to the valley is to conquer you. Because valley is close to the ground. It can easily put you into the grave. It's closer to the grave than the mountain. And that's where he conquered you. So every woman, naturally, what I've seen with my experience, they want you to be in their valley.
Where you can be controlled.
Easily. But some of them, they are doing it with good intention. But unfortunately, it's
going to turn otherwise.
They lose focus of you. You won't be that man they used to know. You will lose that thing that makes you to be a man. Then they will lose the fantasy of you. They want to fancy another man that they struggle to be.
Because you have lost your respect. You have lost your respect. You have lost your respect.
Okay, that now leads me to another point that is also crucially important. Now, let's look at this way. Most women would like to be able to put their husband in I don't want to say a cage now, in a situation whereby they will be able to, like you said, control them.
They said, let's talk. But any talk they talk, they have a reason. Women don't talk for joke. They talk because they want to achieve something.
Very intentional.
And they always drive their point. Even when they're watching TV, they interpreting it to win something, to get something off you.
Okay. Now, let's put it this way. Although this is not commendable at all, where the women who now go to extra mile to consult, voodoo, or juju, as we call it in local parlance, to make sure that they actually bottle their husband, that now turn their husband to what we call beudani. So I don't. How do you
Baba,
see to that? Because everything is all in a move to
it's all in the package. And if
husband malleable.
I'm happy you asked this question, but yeah, I would have gone to that even without you asking. I would have get to that level because I don't like talking about this in the public because I seem to have a lot of experience. You know, if they started, they might start with the good intention and get to that. Because the intention was wrong. The intention wasn't love, it was obsession.
Sure.
Yes, sir. The intention wasn't love in the beginning, it was obsession. And the obsession was so much that they don't want to share you with anybody. But when you get to that level, they lose focus of you.
Yes,
because nobody wants to be with a degenerate man. Because
yes, because you have lost your respect.
But let me tell you, the unfortunate thing there is that because of that obsession you said, they want to do it at the initial stage. When they now get into it, they cannot control it again.
No, sir, I'm sorry, sir. The simple thing is, I'm sorry, sir.
The people who do it for them will not tell them that it will degenerate to that level. You understand? The people who do it for them, who do the juju or whatever for them, will not let them know that it will degenerate to a level that you will even be ashamed to go out with this husband because you will so turn degenerate. You understand? That you yourself, you will not like him again.
They can do whatever they like. They can do whatever they like. They can go anywhere. They know you can't question them. They know you have been conquered.
That's why
you have been conquered. Yes.
Unfortunately, some of them get to that level.
Yeah, you are absolutely very correct about what you say. So that's why I said about Tuface and the wife. What actually happened that the wife has been struggling to contain the man. The man didn't agree, but the wife was putting out the narrative that this man is not a good man. He's cheating on me. I'm a good man. I accept all the kids he have outside. And yet he's still doing all these things. But the
what
man
I think is this is what
man just proved to me that he's been sincere, and that's what we need as a man. We need to be sincere.
But do you know the argument of some women? You say, well, if my husband is doing, what's stopping him from doing it too? I can also go out to do it because
do it too. Yes, yeah, but
so let me go out and
men and women are wired differently.
Really?
What the man can do and get away with it, a woman cannot do it and get away with it.
Do you want me to define the differences now?
Please, sir.
Okay. Men, they have sex to get emotional. Women get emotional to do you want sex? No. Men have sex to get emotional. Women get emotional to have sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women will like you first before they let you
touch them.
Because they like you.
You're right.
Men, I'm not saying about all those hookup or all those career.
Yeah,
I'm saying like normal women. You understand?
Okay.
They like you before they let you sleep with them. That's normal women, not like the women we have these days that they just do it for us.
No.
Normal women will like you before they let you sleep with them.
Not only hookup, bro. Listen, let me correct that, sir. Let me correct that, sir. It's not only hookup. There are some women that are also polygamous in nature. No, they have men nature in them.
Let me finish. I will get to there. But men, sex is more physical something.
Yeah.
More physical.
And
but
that was what Tuface was saying too.
Because
he was saying that too.
They have sex to get their emotion, to get their feelings. So when men started having sex with the house girl, he never liked the house girl because the house girl is lower than him. But when he started sleeping with the house girl, he started getting attached to
developing emotions and all that.
So he come and say, come, let's have sex. Because he started getting emotional after having sex. But women, they love you. They are emotional with you before they give you that sex. So it's two different things.
Right.
Okay, maybe that's why. Let me bring the discussion to a very funny level now. Maybe that's why sometimes it seems that men can hardly remember how many women they've slept with. They can hardly remember some names, but women.
I'm one of them, sir. I'm one of them. You are very right, sir. can confirm that.
Anybody that's living with a woman, the woman knows the name.
Remember, because women don't get lost. Do you
know that sometimes we don't forget their names? Sometimes we forget their names, we even forget they exist. Until maybe we don't, this
Baba,
some of them we have to even introduce ourselves to you to describe the event and everything for you to you are also. That's how terrible it is with me.
Agbawo, it has happened to me many times. People have to explain to me before I remember. You know, I've been to Palaver, somewhere in Birmingham one day. Yes, okay. And that's why I said to Sunday, because when I'm teaching, when I want to tell people, I want people to understand things, not because to let me know that I have something. I just want everybody to know things that I know. So I have problem with that. So I talk too much when I'm ready. So he has called me for this. I said I don't want to come because I know I'm a kind of guy. I don't have a limit. When I want people to understand it, I can go to a long way. I can tell them everything because I want them to understand things.
Some of your
don't mean like that. I went to Palaver, it's a club, you know, and I met one white woman that I've been talking together. She's always happy to see me in the club. So she said, one of my friends is doing party today. Today is her party day. I will let you know. I saw the guy. This guy fine. This one that I should have get. That was about 7 or 8 years ago. It's not this old woman. This one is still fine and everything. So we went out to have cigarette and everything. Then the guy gone and said, this is my boyfriend. And this, he said, I know him. Is he not Dixon? That one that I was admiring, I've already slept with that 2 weeks ago. I don't even know.
Hey.
He said, are you not living that wrecked? I was living in a wrecked house where all my kitchen is falling apart. So are you not the one living that wrecked house in that Warsaw? And I was like, yeah, you are right. I said, are you not? She just mentioned my name straight away.
Shangba 4.
And everybody, you know, those Ghana guys, Nigeria guys, and the English guy will say, hey. You know, I can't even go back to that. I had to call taxi from here to transport to take me home. I was so mortified. I was so humiliated. I can't even go back because everything seems to be like, this is not a good day.
I'm busy right now. Okay, I'll join you. All right. I'll join you. Okay. That's fucking annoying. It's disturbing me. It's disturbing. Right?
Let's listen. One thing about women is that when they are in love with you, it is total. They are seriously in love with you. And they don't want to share you with anybody. That one is
women, they are very good. They will share. When women, they are committed, they are satisfied with you. But men can still be. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying you might not be doing it. I don't know you. You might not be doing it. But you see, you have the tendency as a man, you will love somebody and you can still sleep with somebody and still keep that your love. Because you have that big heart, you can accommodate so many things at a time.
In other words, what you are saying, if I get it correctly, are you telling me that you can be in serious love, you know, relationship with your wife at home and yet still love an extra person? Is it possible to love two people at the same time?
You don't say love. That's why you are not getting what I'm saying. Because having sex is more physical to men.
Okay.
So you can fall for physical activities like in sports outside. Doesn't mean you love that person.
Oh.
You might see that person.
Trying to bring in Peter.
And I was trying to, because I'm not like me. Even the one I told me, the one I did, I don't even have interest anymore. You know, I've get to that level. Yes, I've get to that level. Prof is off.
Yeah, I think he's having network issues, but it's okay.
Call Prof. So, Prof, it's not like I'm doing it, but with my, I tell you that a coach, life coach, that I'm a professor as well. So with my experience, it's not like I'm doing it. I notice like it's easier for them to have, it's because it's more physical. Because it's more physical, that's the point. Because it's more physical, they might be in the office. Say, this girl, this is the way she's dressing. See her breast, see her teeth, see her this, see her that. Let me just go. Because it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect their emotion. They don't affect the feelings. they have for their wives.
You know why I said that when a girl loves you, she's all out for you. She might not even look at anybody's face at all. Nobody else
That's
matters
woman.
to her
I
when
agree,
she's in love with
100%.
you.
Yeah, that's women. They are very good at that. They are very good.
But we men is like we are very reckless. But let me tell you a personal experience. Many years back, I give you a personal experience. Many years back when I was in University of Lagos. Now I was in University of Lagos. I had a girlfriend. Okay, very loyal to me. In fact, I was her bank account because I cooked for her. Her money. Her savings. You know, she always gave everything to me. Then I prepare food for we eat together and all that. So she had so much confidence in me. Now, one night, there was a matriculation of new students at the University of Lagos. So that matriculation went like that. So we now had new jambite. Okay, I had a little of wine to drink. Okay, I now went to my girlfriend's hostel because my girlfriend was a jambite. She had not had her own room. She was squatting with a friend. Now I now went to when new jambites come, old guys, they go there to fish and all that, because this one I got fresh.
We used to go to Olori, Palaver those days. Olori.
As I went to this particular room in Amina Hall, University of Lagos. I never knew that was where my girlfriend was squatting with her friend. As fate will have it, that was where I went to because of a particular girl I was eyeing. I was drunk. So I was not toasting this new girl in that same room, not knowing that my girlfriend was there pretending to be sleeping in one of the bunks. Okay, when I entered, she didn't greet me. She didn't say. She pretended as if she didn't know me, and I was drunk now, so I didn't know.
So
I was toasting this new girl right in that room. And this new girl was asking me, "Don't you have any boyfriend? You are in year 3. Are you telling me that up to now you don't?" I didn't know. I don't have anybody. My girlfriend, she almost boxed me, but she controlled herself. Now, so I did all that. I got away with it. The following day, when we met at the faculty, then we were at that was the real day of her matriculation. I now saw her change her attitude and everything. And I called her, "What's going on?" He said, "Please don't talk to me, don't touch me." God who will have it that day. My uncle was there from College of Medicine. He came, we were all facilitating together. He now told my uncle, say, "Ask your brother where he was last night. So time." I said, "Well, what are you talking about?" I was still using the bold face of a man. What was he talking about? Say, "Ask him, where was he at the particular time?" He now asked me. I said, "No, I just went, okay, who is also person that you were toasting last night? It's also place that you were telling her that you didn't have any girlfriend and all that." The drink on my eyes, over the didn't just remove completely. I now saw the reality. I said, "Hey, what happened?" So this girl was there when I was toasting another person. And this girl was so dedicated to, look, my brother, we couldn't settle that. The girl went completely, nobody would beg her because I betrayed her. So,
Prof,
that was how our friendship ended.
I will tell you something. I've told you about men, about the nature. I will tell you something good about the women. Women, yes, even though she was younger than you, then she was more mature than you because they are wiser than
you. Yes.
They're always wiser than us. So, where we fall as a man is when we start thinking like, this woman, because he loves you and give you everything, and you automatically think that you are wiser than the woman. Then you have failed. Yes, sir, you have failed. You can't be wiser than even your daughter. You can't be wiser than your daughter. How come you want to be wiser than your daughter? They are created. They make Adam to eat that fruit, which he wouldn't have eaten in the right sense. If make him to eat, he wouldn't have eaten it in his right sense. Because they know the right button to press at the right time.
Mr. Binga, I don't know if you want me to bring him up.
You respond to your daughter more than you respond to your son. Because your son is just like, it's just as stupid as you are, as we are. We don't even know. We cannot manipulate.
Relationship program.
Your daughter already know because it's inborn. You know how to talk to daddy, to get something off daddy. Even your daughter. He knows where to press. He knows what to say. But your son is not calm enough to know because he's a man. He's not calm enough to discover you. But your daughter already discovered you.
What do we now do to be able to tame men? Because it's like this is a problem that almost every home has. I will say that women should be content with the fact that men are born polygamous, they are unmanageable, or can they be managed? Or can a man love his wife, with all his heart, and at the same time have side chick? That was exactly what we treated last week. It's still trendy right now.
He called me. He called me. Yeah. He called me. I declined. He called me. I said, I'm not into that. I can't do that. But this time I said, because we have a practical example, it's easier for me because we are not discussing ourselves. We have me and you. We ended up giving our examples. It doesn't matter.
But
because
it takes people like Tuface to bring this out, okay?
Yeah.
And this is what is plaguing. This is what is plaguing so many relationships. This is what is plaguing so many relationships.
I will answer the question. Your question is the answer to your question. Yeah, is centered about the reason behind all these things, and I'm going to do that just now, which I have always wanted to keep away. I will do that just now. I will start from what I've told you before, that sex is more physical to man. Women should understand that sex is more physical to man. It's not emotional. But they have sex to get emotional. Women is emotional to have sex. Men have sex to get emotional. That's the bedrock. So men can sleep with somebody who don't like it. They can start liking that person where you as a wife, you push them out.
Yes.
They can start liking that person when you as a man, you push them out. Like what Tuface woman was saying, she confronted nobody will confront me like that and be my wife. She has to pay the price. I'm telling you, brother. Nobody would do that to me. I would be laughing because I'm not a very strong person. Sundays, my brother is stronger than me in some area, but there are some areas like I don't give shit. I would be laughing, but I would do what I need to do. She has to pay the price.
Don't you know? Don't you think?
Go and search for the video if you have not seen it before, bro. If you have not seen it before. That's the only time you will see Tuface speaking correct English. That's the only time you see Tuface.
Was it provoked? Was it provoked?
No, not really. He was just being very plain, very virtual, very raw, very raw.
When you have your details, when you are confident, when you know what you're saying, English will come. Tuface was speaking the English smoothly for the first time, and he knows, and he used the right word for the first time. He was so happy that he has that opportunity to knock that woman out.
Okay, so
because he knows.
Radixin, don't you think Annie, she has the guts to confront him because she has been paying the price?
Annie have been playing victim, not the price. She has been playing victim role from time.
But there's no way you can play a victim role and not pay the price. The price is for her to get stuck in that marriage. But she was stuck in that marriage. That's the price.
We will support Annie directly or indirectly. You and him,
getting stuck in that marriage is paying the price. That gave her that effortry to confront him in public. Like, are you speaking for other men or for yourself?
That's what I will get there. I will get there now, brother. I will get there now. You see, why she did that was because Tuface always come back to her like, calm down. These kids are my kids. I need to look after them. And she's with that. What she did, it's not because of Tuface, so it's because of the narrative is giving out, like, I'm in charge. Tuface just making mistake. He cannot do without me. He's been dealing with Tuface. He's been trying to bring him from the mountain to the valley. And she thought she have achieved that. And she's been lying to people. She has been lying to people. Because she has been lying to people, she needs to let people know. She needs to continue the lie. That's why she attacked Tuface publicly.
Yeah.
She's been lying to people like Tuface cannot say this about him. He's doing it. He's not doing it. He's been begging me behind your thing. He's not doing it like I don't care. He respects me. Do this. He's been begging me behind his thing. He's giving that narrative out. So when
is it wrong? Is it wrong for any woman to say that of her husband?
Any woman that's so upset to their husband that cannot leave even when they see a difficult situation where they're supposed to leave, and they accepted that, and they want people to see like, no, they don't accept. The guy is begging me. They will do that. Yes, sir.
Sir.
They will do that. Any woman will do that. But why I'm happy is because Tuface was able to confront him like I'm a man, I do what I like. You know, when I met my woman, and when I met women, when I met women, I won't say woman, I always said that I want to do what I like, but I'm a considerate person. I want to do what I like. I don't like people stopping me to do what I like. That's my problem. I don't like people stopping me to do what I want to do in relationship. I'm very easy. Even Sunday can tell you about me, Prof. I'm very anybody can push me around, any man can push me around, but when it comes to woman, it's different case. My son, 2-3 years can push me around. I will follow like I don't care. But when it comes to woman, I have another brain.
All right, I'll give you my phone. I'll join you, okay?
I have another brain for women.
All right.
I don't deal with women the way I deal with men.
Close the door.
Yes, sir. Baba. I don't deal with women the way I deal with men. I deal with women in another different level.
Yeah.
I open my head. But for men,
I think every man wants to have their peace and do what they like in their marriage. And that's the only way women can actually keep their men. If they can just let them be. They even, in fact, they might even end up not even
they're not secured.
They might even end up not cheating on you
can do
if you can let them
they're
be.
not secured. That's the problem. They're not secure. So you need to understand yourself. You need to be calm. You need to understand life. You need to understand that woman. You need to understand yourself to manage that situation. Yes, sir. You need to understand woman. You need to understand yourself.
Know that 90% of men, the only way to be able to handle that situation is for them to lie and have side chicks. Because that's their way of balancing the whole thing. To keep their sanity, to keep their ego. To keep their ego, they have to do that.
They lie to keep their ego. They lied to the woman in the backyard, and that's why they lose. That's why they lose. You don't have to lie to anybody.
But let's put it this way.
Okay.
If women like Annie now realize that my husband cannot do without outside chicks, okay, let me have or possess my husband whenever he is at home with me. And after all, the children are for both of us. Whatever tomorrow holds for us is for us and our children. And so far as my husband does not deny me my conjugal right whenever we are together, can Annie say, okay, I'm okay with that? After all, he doesn't deny me, my conjugal right whenever we are together. He still loves me. We go out together. He buys me things. He has not shirked any of his responsibilities to the children or to me. So I'm just trying to say, what can Annie do now in this situation that she realizes that, look, my husband seems incorrigible in this area.
Annie, behind the scene, Annie has been good to Tuface. That's why Tuface keep doing what he's doing. Tuface have got the right woman, and that's why he honor her to get her married. I think
she was only embarrassed because he mentioned that in public.
I will tell you Sunday, Baba. Annie has been good behind the scene, but Annie just, every woman, they want that pride. They want to tell people like that. They want to tell other women that this relationship, I'm the one in charge. He loves me. Baba, you are expecting that me. All women want to give their family and their friends that impression. They fake them. Even when they are facing tough life, when the woman is slapping them, when their husband have that fast finger to slap them, they keep it. They want to show that my man love me. He bought me this, he bought me that, because their dad is deception.
Mm.
And he has been good. That's why Tuface can go to that level.
Mm.
And that's why Tuface she has been good. That's why Tuface can go ahead to get her married.
Okay.
But in Annie's head, Annie is still trying to. They do a lot of PDAs, public display of affection.
Okay.
They do a lot of PDAs, but because Annie is just trying to create and try to put him in that bottle she wanted. She's been struggling with that, and because she's not feeling secure because of all these women.
Mm.
Yes, sir. So she wants
No
to put her in that PDA.
woman will. No woman will. No woman will.
No woman will. Yeah. No. Don't say no woman will. Woman that understand. The woman that really understand, like our mothers.
Okay.
They know. They know. They know the secrets. The woman that understand. All these things they are doing in Nigeria now, they are trying to copy Western culture. Even though they are not westernized in another way, they want man to look after them. Western women don't look for man to look after them.
No. They work too.
Yes, sir. But they want men to look after them like Africa, and they want to crave rights like women in the West. What a contradiction.
Every woman will always want to pick.
They want both sides. They want to
yes, the advantage in the Western culture and the advantage in the tradition and in our own culture too. They only pick the good ones, the big ones, the good ones. They're gonna pick
it.
As
a Nigerian, we want everything to favor us.
Yes.
That's Nigeria culture. They want everything to favor us. And that's why they are losing. But unfortunately, some men, I've told you asked me a question now about some men and women, and I told you women are always older than us. Even though they can be young in age, they are not so that some men, they are able to capture them. They become mugu. So because those men still exist in Nigeria, like 70%. 70%. I'm not saying 50-50, it's like 70%. So because those men still exist, that's what they continue to do. So if everybody can own up like Tuface and be factual, I love you, but you cannot take that man tendency in me. They will behave like our mothers now.
Somebody has said something jocularly, although he is pregnant with meanings, that any woman who does not want her husband to look outside should pray for that husband not to be successful.
Baba, I will tell you something that I noticed personally. I don't know. You know, men, even if I told you I'm a Bible student and I'm a Christian, I'm like a pastor, because I go through school of life. So you cannot go through school of life, religion is part of it. You understand? Religion is part of it. So religious wise, I understand. Other in the street wise, I understand. I can tell you. Is my student. So street-wise, I understand, but just why I don't joke with it. Sometimes I tell him, like, that's the only way you are lacking behind. You have to be spiritual. Because the spiritual control the physical. You understand? The spiritual wise, when one of the David's son have a sex with one of his sister, what happened? Really, he hated her straight away. So there's something that I call content after having sex. It's natural. Except we want to deceive ourselves. There's something that called content when you have sex with somebody for men, because men come physical, yes sir, to get emotional, but for women they get emotional immediately you have that sex, but for men you have already finished your job.
Yeah.
You don't want anything anymore. You already finished your job.
Yeah.
Because you have done what you have done what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So what they need to do is like when you are copying.
It's like when somebody said that men are hunters. You know, the joy of conquest is always at the forefront when a man is hunting. And once he gets that game, okay, he's fulfilled because he has conquered. So
over time,
okay.
These women now, they have sense. They know when you get them, you are fulfilled, you will go. So they have so many pranks in their hand to capture you. And that their own is dangerous than our own. it's more dangerous. So that, yeah, it's more dangerous than us. They are more wiser than us. They're more clever. I'm telling you. I don't know. People may not know this time. No. So when they are coming, they know that when you have them, you are finished. But they come. They give you stories. They tell you stories. They invite you. They introduce a pastor. They tell you things. They bring fear into your heart. They open a vacuum that creates a problem to your heart. You depend on them. You think they are the one that is helping you. Some woman will look a video, which has happened to me many times, and say, you see, that woman is the one that happened. You see, that guy get contract because he's still with that woman. He's the one that happened. I said, why that woman did not even make a proposal herself? Why is it that man that make the proposal? Why is the spirit helping that man? Why the spirit cannot help her? I asked the woman straight away.
Emotional. Emotional attack.
Emotional blackmail.
Blackmail.
So if you are not a street man, if you are not a street man, if you are not 100% a street man, if I say street man, some pastor, they are pastor, but they are street.
Street wise.
Well, they are street wise, they are street. They are pastor, but they are wise, they are clever. Because wisdom is the principal thing in all your getting understanding.
Besides, some of them have been there. Besides, some of them have been there.
They are still even there.
But
they are still there.
They are still there. But people are in the streets. They even do everything in the streets. But in relationship, they are mugu.
Yeah.
That's why you see many people in when I was in Egypt. I've been in Egypt before. I see people living in Saudi. They are in Saudi prison. They are 419. And somebody, they have bought cars, built houses, and somebody fucking their wife. Say, I know, this person is fucking you. They are crying because they are mugu. But they think they are wiser because they collect money for somebody, but because they are stupid. Somebody already collect that thing, and the woman is living good life. They are in the prison where they have spent the rest of their life. Some of them, they have to bear them, because they are off their eye, and their woman already dating somebody, and they are yearning in the prison in Saudi. These are the things I've been through. That's why I say I'm a life coach. Yes, I know. These are the things when they are training me those days. That's what those stories they tell me, and I know it's happening. So that's why some pastor, they are pastors, but they are wise. They know, so they can manage those situations. Women, they need a wise man. If they need a wise man, they will succumb, and they would love and they would respect because they have the tendency to love. The same way me and you and this guy, this young man that's looking at us, we have tendency to mess up. Women have tendency to be serious. I give that to them. They have tendency to be more committed. We have tendency to fall out anytime. But because they are white, because they know that our tendency, so they have another thing they use to bottle us up. And the only way I will continue to say, the only way you bring somebody from the mountain to the valley is to bury that person. So you as a man, they are doing it for a good purpose. I said that to you before. They are doing it because
at the beginning.
They are doing it for a good purpose, but do you want to be a candidate to be buried? You don't want to.
So what do you suggest that men should do now?
So men should know, sometimes when you know your strength and your weakness, it helps you. So we need to know our strengths and our weaknesses. So when we are dealing with a woman, we know where we are strong, we know where we are weak. We can correct our weaknesses and we can elucidate on our strength. We can work more on our strengths and try to correct our weaknesses so that when the attacker, which is woman, are coming, we can always subdue them. Most men are not prepared for this, brother. We are not prepared. Yes. But women, they know we are stronger than them and they are always prepared. That's why they always subdue us in the valley. But because we think we are greater than them, we are not always prepared.
Okay, in this case now, do you see Annie winning the battle?
Baba, nothing like winning, only like losing.
Sir, I'm sorry, I don't know the angle. I mean, I don't know what you think about the whole situation, but looking at the picture, what I see, I'm seeing the relationship being toxic. Because the way she she confronted him. I feel like that there is toxicity in that.
Baba, bros.
Yes, sir.
It's not toxic. They are fine. They are fine.
But it looks
they are
toxic,
very
though.
cool. They are very
That
cool
looks so
together.
toxic.
She's just
Because I see
obsession.
I see obsession.
She was disappointed because she thought she was thinking in her head she already finished this job. So now she know that the job is not completed because she met the wrong person.
Yes.
She met the wrong person.
Yes.
And that's why I said I've always think like why Tuface mumu like this. But that's why she get my Tuface get my respect back in that instant. He got my respect back. I respect him back because he can speak for himself. Don't let them take your voice. What they want to do, they want you to be a gentleman and take your voice. I got somebody that do that to me every day. They want to take your voice. You talk too much. You don't know some talk. When you talk it, somebody can go and kill themselves. And I said to you, like, I've been to so many things in life. You understand? It's a choice if somebody decide to kill themselves or not. Because if somebody kill themselves, that's why it's a choice.
Okay, just give me some more minutes, okay? I'll change you, okay?
God is
okay,
God.
Please.
The person will die and they will go, and God will still be God. You cannot blame God for it. He said, but they can blame the person that talk. I said, no, it's not the person. It's not. Challenges only come is the way you take it. He or she decided to take it to kill themselves.
Since we are on this topic, let me bring another dimension to this about men. About men not being faithful or not being able to bridle the man down below. Now, recently, I think about few years back, a man of God, a pastor, one of the senior pastors in one of the very big churches in Nigeria, died. And he had a very high position in one of these government parastatals, very high position. So when the man died, so at his burial, so the legitimate wife was there with his children. All of a sudden, another woman just came up with 2 or 3 other children that are, in fact, when you see the children, they are replica of the man that was to be buried. Then I know there was now a squabble there. So the real wife was looking at the woman also in black. So what's going on here? Where we are here for the final right of our husband. He said, our what? This was a pastor that, a very big pastor and all that, that people would not expect anything like that to happen. But he was in Abuja, heading the pastor as usual. So he was there with his real wife. Then the other woman from Lagos, they all met at the burial distance. What's going on? What's going on? So as the man was there in Abuja, so something had actually happened in Lagos that they didn't know each other until that day of the burial. Okay? The man had gone. Now, the wives and the children are here now to now battle whatever is left of the man. Although the man left a humongous amount of money, in his bank account. But to tell you that even those who are pastors, so who project to the public, that all is well with them and their parochial or nuclear family. But unknown to the public, a whole lot of things had happened outside. So it takes a public ceremony like this to expose some of them that, look, you don't law.
What happened to me?
Yes.
I always tell my wife, nothing has happened. It's just normal.
Okay.
It takes time for me to accept this. But at a point when I attend school life of life, I have to accept it. It's just life. But you know why I will appreciate Tuface and his wife for what they did. They are a very strong influencer. People reckon with their voices. Both wife and the husband, their voice is very strong. They have a very strong. They let people to know reality is different from other things. So being a pastor does not change your human nature. You can be a pastor because you love God. You can be a pastor because as a profession, you are doing that profession, you are serving God. Baba, the way I think, the way I consider other human beings, I've come to discover that many big pastors in Nigeria, they don't get close to me. But for me, I drink. I believe in that pastor or Bible, but for me, they don't drink. But I realize that I have that one tendency. I've studied this in year 2000. That's 23 years ago. That I have that conscience more than them.
Even though they don't drink.
Yeah, they don't drink. But me, I have conscience. They don't have conscience. But me, I drink. They don't drink. But I have conscience more than them. At the point I smoke Igbo, they don't smoke Igbo. But I have conscience more than them. Yes, sir. I have conscience more than them. Because for me, the way they born up, the family we came from, the conscience, our father and everything, is the training they gave us is the training of how to be happy with other people. How to live peacefully with other people, no competition. I hardly see people without competition. The woman I'm living with have competition. Everybody have competition. I now realize that I'm the only person that doesn't compete in life. After 45, I just conclude that I'm the only one that I see in life that doesn't compete. I can't compete. I don't know. Because if you are winning, and I've spoken to you today, I thought in my head I'm winning. If I see you winning tomorrow, because we have talked today, in my head, ask Sunday, it's my student. I think I've won because you have won. I've lived like that all my life. So at the point, I realized that I'm not seeing this happening. I think I'm mugu. And people think I'm foolish. But I at the point, I accept that, okay, I'm foolish. People don't think like that. But I will stick. And I make a decision, I will stick to this. Because that's what comes to me naturally. Yes, sir. It's not like I don't struggle to do it. It's just natural with me. I want everybody to win. I'm not after, nobody can be better than me. I'm not out to be better than anybody. But it's that's not normal. You understand? That's not normal. Yes, it's just me in the personal decision I discover. But for Tuface and that wife, what they did, they've helped. If anybody that cares to learn. So that story you say about that what happened with that pastor will not happen to them. Get to know. Because he's a pastor, he can't show it off. But the nature is there. And it's one of those men that cannot control that nature. But for those that can control it, they don't necessarily be a pastor to control it. You don't have to be a pastor to control it. Some people can be a guru and stick to one woman.
Okay. That brings me to this point. Between what the black folks, let's say Africans, what we Africans do and what the Caucasians do. Those who actually introduce those who introduce
for 12 years now.
No, those who introduce Christianity to us. Let me get you there. Now, which one would you now prefer? They give us Christianity and sold the idea of monogamy to us. No, we bought this idea of monogamy. Especially the Pentecostalist people, they bought this idea of monogamy. The Orthodox, they bought it, but they still do it. They still practice syncretism. They mix the two together. The so-called Oyibo man, they have one wife at home, but they have concubines outside.
They call it Mrs.
Whatever. Whatever. It's concubine outside. Okay. But in Africa, we say, look, instead of having concubine outside, why not bring her home so that she will be under my roof? I'll be able to monitor them, I'll be able to love them together and all this. So which one do you now prefer? So having one at home that the whole world will see, then having legion of concubines outside, which to me is hypocrisy. Look, having several women that you sleep with at the same time, whether they are home or abroad, is tantamount to having them under your roof. So what is the difference? Which one is recommendable?
I think, like what happened to that pastor is Oyibo style. I agree, because we tend to pick more of the Oyibo style than our style. But that typical African style is honest. Honesty to God, honesty is more important. Because even in the Bible, in the beginning of the Bible, people marry more than one or two. It's not a sin. It's not a sin to marry more than one or two, Pastor. Doctor.
Hello, Mr. Peter.
Mr. Peter. Yes, so that's my friend from New York. He's a stubborn guy. He's another pastor, another trouble pastor.
Let him show his face.
You can see.
Yeah, my
Look
brother,
at
my
him,
friend.
Peter. Shino Peter. This is what Prof. This is the person we call Shino Peter. My brother call him Shino Peter.
Shino Peter. I got that.
That was
then. That was then.
He's a pastor.
Yeah.
That was then. Defend there, man. So, as I'm saying now, you see, sometimes sincerity, to be sincere to your God and yourself, is best. That you cannot have another woman and this, that, the way we take it. I've been in the UK, they brought Christianity to us for 12 years. It's bullshit. They are not even going to church.
They don't go to church?
They have no. There's a church in front of my house. Let me show you. See the big church. See the big church. Remember, there is like 5 or 6. You see the big church? It's like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's like 5 or 6. So, but I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ because I don't believe in Jesus Christ because they came to tell me about Jesus Christ. I have a personal relationship. I have something that's happened to me. Something has happened to me that I believe like there is God, there is Jesus. The Christianity is working.
Okay.
That's my personal thing. Yes, sir. But I can't push anybody to it. Everybody needs to know what they are doing spiritually. Get their own experience. Yes, sir. You need to get your own experience. Peter has to get your own experience. You have to get your own experience to know. Like, I'm following this thing because of the experience I've had. But everything they tell us is a lie. So for that pastor that have this, it was just trying to play along with the setup. Like, it's just like those Muslims. Because they say Muslims don't drink, don't do that. You make them
but isn't that a kind of hypocrisy?
It's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. It's not a kind of, it's hypocrisy 100%. It's hypocrisy. They try to follow the rules of the religion they are serving. I will tell you something about religion. I've wrote something about it before, but I just can't lose it out. And it's about, like, you see, Christianity, religion is good because it helps you to know God. It arranges you to get contact with God. But when you are doing religion without having that personal relationship with God, is a waste. But by the time you get contact to God, if you miss it and you end up become one of the leader in the religion without getting contact to God, it's because hypocrisy, and that's why people, you want them to respect you because of you are the sheikh, you are the this, but you don't even know God, because it's more easier to miss God when you are up there than when you are down.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, sir. It's more easier. So it's easier to serve God when you are down, when you are a floor member, you can know God. But when you're front, you miss it because of the respect people are giving you.
Yeah. So let's listen to Brother Peter.
At the same time, I've been listening to what you guys have been saying, but most important thing is discipline. Just personal discipline. It plays a very larger role.
But Peter, it's very hard for somebody like Tuface to be disciplined with the kind of pressure.
No.
But Peter, you have not been there. You have not been there. Even if you're a local star.
Peter, it's not even discipline. Forget it.
Even a local star.
I can say it. Between three of us, I can say Peter is not even discipline.
Listen.
It's my friend. It's not discipline.
No, he's not talking about himself.
It's being general. It's being generic right now. It's being general.
Let me tell you something.
In general.
I just attack him because I don't want him to mislead us. Because he's my friend. I don't want him to mislead us. He's intelligent.
You seem to know him too well.
Originally,
he's my friend.
Originally,
it's my
men are polygamous in nature.
Yes.
Originally, men are polygamous in nature.
It's coming. You are coming now.
The only thing that can guide you is your own personal discipline. Nobody can teach you how to do that. Nobody will do that. Nobody will teach you how to humanize. I've never, okay, since when we were growing up, I've never seen where maybe any of our father called us and sat us down and started teaching us how to woo ladies. No. But it's something we
It's
just
natural.
picked up
It's just natural.
Naturally. And so is that discipline I'm talking about. Discipline is just a natural thing. That if you discipline yourself, is a thing you can just say you can do and achieve. It's achievable. You understand? But because doing all these things is more easier for us, more easier for our spirit. That and when you look at it naturally, people don't want to do anything that maybe will toughen your mind, or maybe you want to struggle before you do it. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do something that we can easily achieve. That is life. That is why you will see many people that say, okay, because men are polygamous in nature, okay, they don't want to marry second, third, fourth wife, yet they go around impregnating everybody around. You understand what I'm saying? Because of what? They lack that discipline. But though I can tell you that if you gather like 200, 300 men now, maybe only 3% of them maybe can proudly say they are disciplined. Because even though you are not humanizing, oh yale, oh shagbere, oh shekankan, but obìnrin olóbìnrin kọjá níwájú ẹ̀, ó ti fojú bọ́ aṣọ lára ẹ̀, agbèrè ni now. You understand what I'm saying? Agbèrè náà ni now.
Peter.
Oh, kíkẹ́ pé o níyàwó méjì máa gbọ́, o farabalẹ̀, o níyàwó méjì o níyàwó méjì o dẹ̀ bá obìnrin kankan sùn outside marriage o, but o wá ń fojú ṣe nǹkan kan àtúwọ́ tó ń fojú ṣe àtẹ̀ntọ́ fọkàn ṣe àtẹ̀ntọ́ fara ṣe category kan náà everybody wà.
Sir, exactly. That's exactly what Jesus Christ said. To sọ pé need that he meet physically before you have carnal knowledge with her. He said, if you look at a woman with the intention of, doing anything like
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
that you've already committed.
Yeah, that is just the way. That is just the way it is.
Yes.
And
excuse me.
So
Who
is free from that? Realistically speaking,
none of us is free from that. None of us. You see, when Peter came in, before Peter came in, when I started my conversation, I said to you, I said, every man are polygamous. I support Tuface because he was saying the right thing. And I said to you in the beginning, I said, most of us that cannot do it, like Peter that cannot do it, like me that cannot do it, like you that cannot do it.
Whenever you are talking, just address yourself. Leave me out of the fun. You just address yourself. Just leave me alone.
Peter. Okay. For those that cannot do it as a pastor, I was just joking. For those that cannot do it as a pastor, could see any okuni, you use the fantasy of what you see to sleep with your woman at home. Even though you are keeping that holy woman at home, you still use that fantasy of what you see. And that's why you see men. And that's why you see men that say, just like this woman, I want you to be doing like this. I want you to be doing like that, because they already fantasize with somebody outside. And that is 100%. I'm not, and that's 100%. That's not 80 or 70%. That's 100%. They already fantasize with somebody, but because they don't want to do it, that's why they come to their wife. Like this.
Okay. Can we liken that to the fact that men don't like monotony? Because, for instance, what you have just said now is like when you are doing it with your wife at home, it's like your mind and your heart, you are doing it with your girlfriend outside. The fantasy you get is that of your girlfriend, not of your wife at home. You are just doing the one at home out of necessity, but the real mind is there. So do we say because of monotony or something, and that makes people to now say
it's because of the problem Tuface is having now. It's because of the problem of the community trying to copy the Western people. Because naturally, what Tuface has said, he was right that men are polygamous. and I will support him. It's because there is nature. So because he's trying to kill the nature, so he's trying to manage this. Some men can manage it more than the other. Yes, sir. Some men can manage it more than the other. But that doesn't change the fact that all men are polygamous. We 4 people here, we are all mature men.
No, listen.
All men are mature, but we can manage it because we don't want to offend our wives, because of our culture, because of our religion, because it has to be because of something or the other. But naturally, in a free mind, all men want to touch every woman that they see that he likes.
Anyway, that's true, but
everyone wants to touch see that he likes. But we control ourselves. I'm not saying you are doing it, but I'm considering it. I'm not saying anybody is doing it, but the truth is not a fact.
But like I said, the only thing that saves you from all this is just personal discipline.
It's discipline.
That's all.
Yeah, you can discipline yourself. Agreed. So, 100%. It's agreed. But it's the nature of man to want to see something that will raise him. Because I told you some story about Bible the last time about that when you see something new, something different from what you are doing, there's another extra boost. There's extra boost. The thing might not be as good as what you are having.
But you are talking about personal discipline. Look,
it's not personal. It's not personal. I'm telling you about men. Baba, for over 2 years. For over 2 years.
Don't you need the grace of God coupled with personal discipline? Because I know people who have personal discipline. When it comes to reading,
over 2 years,
discipline collapse.
Prof.
Bible says,
I'm saying
Bible says, can two work together unless they agree? That is Amos 33. So now, when I talk about personal discipline, when personal discipline is being activated in one's life, then the only thing that will now keep you going is that grace that you just mentioned now. But the first thing is that personal discipline. Because once you've made up your mind that you discipline yourself that, okay, I don't want to do this, then the only thing that can now help you is the grace now to carry going like that. Because honestly, it is not, especially in the part of the world that I am right now, it is not that easy. Especially in the
it's in America.
In the summer that you come out, Sunday can testify to it, right? You come out on summer, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
So that is just what it is. But now, will I now say because
Pastor, from what you are saying, sir, what I get in for you, push your line, you know,
it's not really like that. But I'm just kind of trying to let us just understand one or two things here.
Okay.
Like, one, men are moved by what they see.
Sure.
And
I've told them that before.
There's difference between looking and seeing. You can look and not see. There are two different things. When you look, by the time that your lookery got activated in your mind, then you started seeing. You are now seeing. So that is where it looks so dicey. So and how can we avoid doing something? How can we avoid stuff like that? It's just to make sure that maybe if I know I am a kind of person that I don't really go out just like that. I don't really go out like that. I prefer to stay indoor. Maybe if I just want to maybe drive around, just drive like 5 minutes away to my friend. We just there, we start down, we G's together, and that's all. But if I want to be driving around all the city, especially on weekends, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Even if I want to discipline, there are something that will happen out there that even your grace might not be able to just save you in that kind of a situation.
So when talking about discipline,
especially when you find yourself where you are not supposed to be.
I'll bring it back on. I lost him.
Yeah.
Prof.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying now? It came and my brother Peter talks about many things, but it still come back to what we've been saying.
Yeah, the same thing.
It came back to what we've been saying because it's just the fact, and there's no substitute for the fact. The fact will stand the test of time. Fact will remain the fact. Yes, sir.
I want to bring Mr. Olariwaju Sheson.
Baba,
Let me
for
see.
2 years, I've not seen any other ladies.
No.
Wow. You are a superwoman.
I'm in a country where I have about 10, 12 at that
You are a superwoman.
I know. One funny thing, I talk to them. I play with them. I talk to them. But I'm just like I say, even the one at home, I just fed up about that area because I have so many responsibilities calling me, so I'm not active.
Are you saying that if you are happy naturally, irrespective of activities,
if I'm happy naturally, if everything is working out,
that was what I was trying to say about.
If everything is working out for me,
yes.
If everything is working, working out for me the way I wanted.
So that was what I was trying to say. Like it's very easier for you to practice self-discipline if your partner can give you a conducive environment for you to actually adopt that system or of being disciplined. Because it depends on what you are going through back home. If you are going through hell back home, your what's it called? Your defense of being disciplined is going to be broken. And once it's broke, that's it. You'll be so very open to anything out there. Because at that time, you need your ego back. You need your confidence as a man. You want to feel like I'm a man. You want to be in charge, and you want to go to where you have your peace. So, so in terms of being disciplined, you still need that woman to make it work, to make it feel. And it's going back to what I just said about for a man to have just one woman, it's not normal, but it is noble for a man to have one woman. So for you to be able to, practice that stuff, to practice that self-discipline, you need your wife to make it work by giving you the peace, by making you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can actually, you see that self-discipline plus the grace of God we talked about.
Yeah.
We mostly helped by the partner at home. So understanding you, okay, because knowing you, making sure you are friendly in everything, you share everything, all your experience from work and what you have seen outside, everything you share with your partner. So and your partner understands you, and at the same time, your husband, your partner gives you rest of mind.
Yes.
So you'll be able to confide in her. You understand?
Yes.
So even when you have the tendency, like we discussed earlier on,
we have to come to the conclusion of the matter now.
You quickly think of a loving wife at home. You understand?
Yeah.
That what will I tell her now? Because we tell each other everything. What will I now tell her if I fall into this? I think
yes. Because you want to talk about everything with that. You want to talk about everything.
I must tell my wife. You understand?
That's the key. That's
friendly.
the key.
You understand what I'm saying? I think that we have a great deal. Having a peaceful, loving wife.
Answer.
Yeah.
Prof. That does not change the nature, but it will help.
It will help.
It will help. It helps the man from falling irresponsibly all the time.
When the conversation of the woman is to put you in the bottle every time that he wants to rip you off what make you a man, then you will the tendency of you going out will rise.
Yes.
Show you like I've been man. So that's the conclusion. What you have just said, two of you agreed. I agreed with the two of you now. But when you start to content with what makes you a man, then you have tendency to prove that you are a man because you already have the tendency.
Yes.
But what is that thing that will prompt a woman to want to bottle you, to want to manipulate?
No, naturally, I told you something. I can preach to some Christian setting to talk about I can go for like 2-3 hours with them because I know what they want to hear.
Security, sir. Security.
But what I'm telling you,
security.
I'm telling you to now is something about life.
Yes.
It's the real one. It's the real one. We are not deceiving ourselves. We are mature people. You see, what will make that naturally when woman meets you, she wants to change something about you. That is all 100%. That's not 99%. Oh. When woman meets you, she has something in mind to change about you. But it's good and it's bad. Sometimes they want to change something about you to make you better. Yes, sir. But sometimes they fall on that. They want to change you to something they can manage. Yes, sir. It's two things now I'm saying though. They want to change also about you, and they know they want to change the woman always changes about man.
But you end up being unmanageable to them.
And it's accepted to change something about you as a man, because woman always change something about woman, and that's their nature. But sometimes they lose it. They want to change you to what they want to make you better, which is good. But sometimes they forget they want to change you to something they can manage.
But
and that is when they
end
want
up
to
being
change it to something they
unmanageable.
can manage. When they want to change it to something they can manage, that's where the problem comes from. That's what you ask. That way, they want you to be in the limits of what they can control. They cannot control you when you are too big.
Do you have anybody in your contact that wants to join? Can you tell me their name? Maybe I can look them up.
Exactly. That's why I've been.
Just tell me their name. Just tell me their name. I'll look it up. Then I will send them a request, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Just that I don't know their Facebook name now. I have one. Okay. Let me see.
Oh, I'm going to bring it back on.
We are having a very good time.
That's the essence of having this. You know, we can chat, general talk about things, have fun. Why you take a bottle of beer? I have mine here. Cheers.
Everybody's speaking from their heart. Nobody's just hiding. Everybody just open up. Like, this is what I think. This is what I felt.
No, we are not trying to throw shade at anybody, but we're trying to just say our mind and just be neutral.
That makes me more interesting. You know, the last time you called me to it, I said, wow, I don't want to go to it. But when we come to that, a physical example that we can say, I say, Baba, I want to jump on this. This is what I like.
Do you have the name, sir?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Do you have the name?
I can't remember their name. Their Facebook.
Bradixon, is anybody watching you on your profile that you think they might be interested in joining?
How to use this thing, to be honest.
Me too. I'm trying to get used to it.
I've done some sending. I pressed the icon that shows.
Yeah, I saw you did that already.
Yeah.
So God was asking me if I'm going to accept that, and I said yeah.
No, please do. Because I sent to a few people. It's just that he didn't give me so many people that I would have loved to share to.
Yeah, that means the people that you can see are those people that you have online right now. So those that you cannot see, they are not online. That's why you couldn't see them. That's why they are invisible.
Okay. This one is even asking me to send to a group. Okay. I don't have all that.
No, just send me. Okay, you can send it to a group. Yeah, like your contact. Okay, hold on. I think you have just one name. I would have looked that up.
Oh, okay.
I can broadcast. Hold on 1 second.
University of Lagos. Oh no.
I would have loved to have that. The man that I had is the audio that you sent to me. I would have loved to have him here.
Which man is that?
The one that you sent me is a voice message, sir.
Oh yeah, okay. Double Joy. The name is Double Joy.
Double Joy.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let me go on WhatsApp and ask him to join.
Yeah. Okay. My name on I didn't go back again. Hold on. Stop yelling. Hold on 1 second. I'll give it back to you. 1 second. Let me send Baba my name. So you can just give them my friend name to the person that can look me up and join us. That man is powerful too. Powerful. You can tell he's very religious, but at the same time, he was just all around the corner. All around. It was very neutral. No sentiments of being a Christian or religious.
That's why I was saying to Prof, like, I'm a Christian. I looked at it from Christian perspective, but then I will still say the truth. I was able to tackle Peter. Like, Peter, don't say this. But Peter came back to say what we've been saying. You have self-control. We all need to have self-control. That's what we need. That's what makes us be bad. But sometimes you lose your self-control when somebody is taking down your self-control for stupidity.
Yeah.
When somebody is taking, as a man, when somebody is taking down your self-control, because you know your tendency as a man, but you try to keep it, and somebody is trying to manage it for you.
Somebody is triggering it. Yeah. Once it's triggered, once the trigger is, then you fight.
Me. I know what to do. I'm doing what I need to do. That's why I'm with you. So don't manage. When you manage it, that means you don't appreciate what I've been doing. Are you getting me, bro?
Yeah.
So when you try to manage that, means you don't appreciate what I've been doing. You think I don't know what I was doing for the beginning. You thought I was just doing it because I don't know. But I knew that I was just doing it. Not that because I don't have other choices, but I chose you.
Yes.
I chose you. I have, I chose you. So when you're trying to manage to keep me to that you're making me feel like, oh, you don't think I chose you. You think you manipulated
yourself,
me.
okay? All right.
Are you getting me?
Where's the phone? Don't worry about it. I'm with you. Oh, I think you lost contacts. Okay. I'm going to add him back on. So he couldn't get that person. And I think for the winger was here too. Yeah. Hey, Salo. Salo. Salo.
Oyibo. Prof.
Yes. Sorry, yes. I temporarily just.
Yeah, were you able to get his name?
Double Joy. I forgot. I don't know his this, but I've sent a personal message to him.
Oh, okay. But is he online?
No,
he's not.
Are you WhatsApp? Okay.
Yeah, because if he's watching, I would have been able to bring him up.
Okay. I just sent him a WhatsApp message. I don't know if he has not responded.
Okay, is it the only one watching? Let's say one person. Was it the only one watching?
No, he's not even here.
No.
I think everybody are just coming in and out.
That's simply that Peter talked about. It was right, but you know what? When you are having self-discipline, and somebody is thinking like you don't know what you are doing, and you discover that somebody think that is taking that your self-discipline for ignorance. You want to prove to that person that you are not ignorant. I just did it because you deserve it. I wasn't ignorant. I just do it because so that doesn't change your nature as a man because you can always do it. And I will tell you something, and I've told you before, and I will compliment. Sex is more physical to men. It's not emotional. It's emotional to women, but it's physical. It's physical to some women that do that to trade sex business. But for normal women, it's more emotional. Women won't let you have sex with them if they don't like you. But men can have sex with somebody they don't even like.
It is rare. It is rare for any woman to encourage her husband to have sex with anybody outside, no matter the business interest involved.
No woman wants it. No woman wants it. But when they love you so much, they respect your nature. They respect who you are, what you are made up of. No woman will accept that. No woman, 100%. 100%. That's 100%. You know, I always put my things. I did statistics, so that's why you see me. I always talk percentage. No woman would like it. But when they love you so much and they want to be with you, and they understand what your nature is about, they gave up. Say, I know I cannot keep this man on my own. He will see somebody else because their father is one of them. It's one of us. Yes, sir. Their brothers, they're doing the same.
But is it that they really give up, or because they want their marriage to work?
Good women will give up because they want the work. But societal women that want to prove, that want to lie to the society, that I have this, they won't take content it. And that's why they have problem. But the good ones will give up. And the stupid man, when they give up, we abuse it. So it's both way. So when they give up, it's not right for you to know, like, this woman doesn't deserve this. But it's my nature. It's not my problem. But I need to, like, so when they go to other women place, they talk about their woman. I've seen many things, so I know what I'm saying. They talk about, when they go to spend 1 hour in their other side chick, they talk about their woman. They praise their woman for 30 minutes before they sleep with the other woman. So the other woman know there's somebody they love, there's somebody they cherish. She will go there, she will respect that woman because that's what they give to that woman. That my woman is a nice woman, this, that. But I like you, you are a good girl, you are a good baby, but that. But that my woman is a nice woman. She will still give you that to do. You respect that your wife. Because that your wife already respects you and you respect her back. And anybody coming from you will respect that woman. But when that woman wants to be contented with
excuse me, but I want to correct something over there. I want to correct the statement. You said if a man meets another woman outside, they'll be singing the praises of the wife. My wife is good, is that. That doesn't stop that lady from giving herself up to you or submitting herself to you. Do you know why they did that? Do you know why they give themselves up? Or do you know why they give their body up to you? Because they believe, like, with time, you might get attached to them and they can win you through to that side.
That's true. That's true. They think about that. Woman is always in competition with themselves. The woman don't like woman, they're always in competition with themselves. But after some time, if you are not just saying, some people say things they don't believe. They just say it because they need to say it. But
yes, for now.
When the substance, when you back it up with some substances came up, some life situation came up, and they realize that you don't joke with your family, they will accept you without they go away. It's the truth.
But which side chick do you think we accept you all the time, singing the praises of your wife, and yet you are with her when she has an agenda?
I will tell you. It's not the side chick you want. It's the side chick that wanted you. It's not the one you wanted. It's the one that wants you. Because most of the men, they go with people that they want. And that's why I don't fall with women. I don't go with people that they want. I go with people that want me. So I'm always safe. Society that will go away, that won't be comfortable, is because you wanted the person. So you can't even say it because you want to tell them that woman, get out of that woman. I don't even like her because you want. But when she wanted you, you say what you need to say.
Okay.
So it's a deep. This is very deep. Or you say what you need to say because she wanted you. You like her, fine, but she wanted you.
I have somebody in the house. I have Mr. Stevie in the house.
She want you? Don't you think that is even more dangerous? Okay, a side chick wants you. Okay, then you capitalize on the fact that she wants you. You now, you denigrate your wife.
Okay.
You say all kinds of things.
I will tell you.
In order to win her.
Prof, never you date anybody that don't want you. First, never. Don't try it, especially when you are married.
Yeah.
If you want to get best of woman, date woman that I told you that they fall in love with what they like. I've told you that. But we will fall in love. So always let women that fall in love with you, that like you, go with women that like you first. She won't come and tell you that like you. You will still do the toasting, though. You will still do everything, though. But she like you first. You are always safe.
Sure.
You're always safe. Don't go with women that you like.
Other people don't buy my Mickey shoes.
With no proof of woman, you have already failed before you started. You have already failed before you started. But when a woman like you, she will preserve you. She will accept you for who you are. She will accept so many things that other woman that you are trying to prove to will accept. So that's why I say, like, when you see woman,
even at that, when she senses that you are taking her for granted, the time will come.
That's why you don't have to take her for granted. Oh. You show her love. You show her love. And you might end up suppress. If she's good enough, you will suppress that your human nature in you. If she's good enough, she will suppress that human nature in you. It's because she's not good enough. That's why she's trying to put you in the bottle. Because she knows you are going for another person, and she's so obsessed because she don't love you. She just obsessed with you. That's why she wants to put you in a bottle. And when she's trying to put you in a bottle, that means she's not good enough for you, because nobody that loves you wants to make you less of you. She wants to make the best out of you. But when trying to bring you down to the valley, that means she's your enemy. She's doing it out of ignorance. She loves you. That's why she wants to put you in the valley. But there's something, and only thing that happens in the valley is the grave. Next to the valley is the grave.
Yeah, you've said that before, but something I find very difficult to swallow there is the fact that not all of them who want to bottle you, or let me say, take possession of you to make you theirs and theirs alone. Not all of them have sinister motive, okay? There are some of them who are with love for you, because they don't want you to slip out of their hands, and that's why they go to that extent.
You are making this conversation interesting. I like you, but Prof, you are making this conversation interesting. You are making it to be very nice, and I just appreciate that. You are making it interesting. Anybody that is doing that, they don't do it for that purpose, but it will happen. It will happen. It's just nature that I will say, man will go there. It's just nature. It will just come. Because let me tell you, when they eventually bottled you, they do it to be secured, which is very nice. They lose focus of you at the end of the day, because you are not the man of action they used to know. You are not the man of action. You are not the man that they need to fight for anymore. And remember, human love in adventure. Human love in adventure.
The man has died.
The man in you has died. The adventure is no more there. So they will go to that one that they know that is fucking their sister, their brother, their friends. They will go because that one is the action man. And you, they can always say, stay at home and come, because they know they can always meet you where they put you.
Oh, yeah, you will always remain at home.
Yes.
You always remain at home.
So you always forgive them. You always forgive them.
That's all. You are really a professor.
And welcome their shenanigans.
I'm saying that. You are definitely a professor, because you are making this conversation interesting. Because I would like to go to that area, but all women that hear me now, after this conversation, they will know I'm right. They don't do it because of I respect them, I love them. If women support you, there's no way you can make it without a family background that is so solid. Yeah, I have a family background that is so solid. I have this. If you don't have those things, there's no way you can make it in life without a woman. It's not possible. You need a woman in your life to make it. I respect them for that. But I would forget that area. Even though they are trying to help you, don't let them bother you, because they might not have that wish to make you that. But it will happen when they achieve that their aim.
Okay.
It will just happen.
Sir, what about this aspect where, like you said, the aim is not to kill you or to destroy or make you useless.
It will just happen. Yeah, it will just happen.
When a girl is in love and you are in a relationship, is in love, maybe you are dating. That dating has now a kind of, change to what you call, fiancé. You have become fiancé and fiancé and all that. Now, the lady now loves you so much and he doesn't want to lose you. She now suggests that you should go and swear to an oath.
Baba.
That on no account are we going to break this thing, because we want this love to continue to the grave. So what happens?
Baba, to swear an oath, I will talk about it. It's another topic. To swear an oath is a stupid thing that somebody has to do.
It's love.
Because
It's love.
Baba, this love, my dad told me, which is that to that guy that talked when I was about 12 or 13. My dad just said, love come like a wind. But we don't blow air off to it can be windy today and not windy tomorrow. So don't fall for winds. If you fall, you see, my woman here say I'm so direct. I said because I don't want anybody to fail. I don't mind you leave me. You can leave me if you want to leave me, but I want to say the truth because that's where I was trained. Yes, sir. If it's the wind blow to you today, don't expect the wind tomorrow. Because it's just wind. So when it's just wind.
Yeah,
so when
I promise you that. Yes.
What is blowing within us now is a wind. I want to sustain the wind. I love you. I want to sustain the wind, but I won't get committed because spirituality, I told you I'm a Christian, is so much, it might be a problem to me or you in the future. I won't do it. Then, you see, for me, I always test on this.
You know, begin to doubt you are, maybe you have eyes somewhere.
Let go.
Or maybe you throw me away tomorrow. You see another girl now more beautiful now. You throw me away and all that. If you truly love me, let us swear to an oath.
But maybe because me, I've seen everything. If she go, another person will come. I know. Maybe because I've seen so many. If she go, another person will come.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about you now because such a trip may not be able to catch you.
That's why I'm not saying about me. That's why I would advise a brother, a sister, or this if she go. It's always like that. When you see love, you take that. That's the maximum. It's always come with that. They say there's nothing like this, but tomorrow you will see something better. But it's we that have experience, me, you, or Sunday that have had experience that will tell somebody that without the experience that it's always like that. When you see another person, the person will be reluctant in the beginning, but by the time you meet another person, he will come and confirm it to you. Sir, you said the truth. I've met another girl. I realize I love her again. Then it's easier. He will discover. You don't need to. You just say the truth and leave the person to decide. You don't force people to accept the truth. You just say the truth and let them digest it. Digest it. You say if you meet another person tomorrow, this person you are meeting, you are in love with that person. Try to, if there is a good girl, but don't commit yourself in a way of
something I discovered about this love between a girl and a boy. It has a graph. A boy meets a girl. So he's so, do I say infatuated now, or he's so much in love with this girl? The love will be growing so rapidly. Okay. So the boy will be buying the girl things and all that, yet the girl has not moved. The girl does not, maybe it's still dilly-dally, the love has not even taken off ground. Meanwhile, the love of the boy is already climbing steadily up that pyramid, okay? So the love is now maybe about 80% to the end of the pyramid. The girl's love will now begin to peak. Because of the gift, of the good words, taking her out and all that, and the commitment of the boy has made the girl's love now to begin to rise very, very sluggishly. But the guy's love is already at 80%. You see, when the guy's love now reached the apogee, that is the zenith, that is the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
The peak. The girl's love now is now at the middle. So the girl now is now coming very rapidly. By the time the girl's love reaches 80%, and now very much in love with the guy, they are going out, maybe they have had one or two time of intimacy together and all that. So the boy's love now will begin to descend again. Meanwhile, the girl's love has now overtaken everything, is now at the peak. The boy's love is slowing down. That's one thing I discovered about love pyramid between a boy and a girl. To be able to stabilize that love so that the two of them will be at equilibrium.
It can't be, Baba. It can't be. It's nature. It's nature. That's the reason of this topic. That's the reason of this is the nature.
Because if we can get to that equilibrium, there will be no breakage. There will be no breakage of marriage.
You know what Ephesians said? You know what the book of Ephesians said? He said, husband, love your wife. Wife, respect your husband.
Okay.
It's a big point. He didn't use the same word. He said, respect your husband as unto the Lord. Submit not your husband unto the Lord. But you, husband, love your wife.
Love your wife. Okay.
Yes, it's a command for us to love them because we cannot love them naturally after having sex. We can't love them naturally after having sex. It's just a command that we have to be conscious of it, that we need to love them. But for them, it says submit. Because they already love.
Okay.
And they might be obsessive. They might be troublesome.
To have given themselves to you alone, it is love.
Yeah. Because they already love.
A woman will not give it to you if she does not love you, except a prostitute.
Yeah. They already love you. And
okay.
They come too obsessive, be troublesome, and that's why they say submit. Even though you love, she submits. He don't say love there because they already love. That's how the Bible says they're already in love.
Submit.
So they say,
my brother, that aspect submit is causing a lot of problem. Let me tell you, it's causing a lot of problem in Christendom, especially when a woman earns more than the man. In the society we are in today, so in those days with our mothers and parents and all that, so submission was easy. But these days, when a woman starts earning money, especially in this society where we are, how do you see the idea of submission here? Have you experienced such, or have you seen people who are experiencing that why the idea of submission? The idea of submission, they term it to be control. They think you are controlling them.
Prof, I know what you say. I know. I understand. I've been into everything, so that's why I said that I'm a life coach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see, nobody can be better than you, except nobody greater than you, except you accept it in your head. When you think they are better than you, that's when they are better than you. But if you have one naira, and somebody have 10,000, and you don't think they are better than you, they are not better. Because it's when you think they are better than you, you started giving them some preferences, and they will see that you are already giving them preferences, and that's why they started behaving. They don't want to lord over you because they know you need their 999,000 that the difference. So you want to sleep with them, maybe you do all that before you want to do that to appease them so that you can get money off them. But when you yourself know yourself, if you know who you are, nobody can define you. So if you are the person that know who you are, they will beg you with money. If you know who you are, and women that want to get you submitted, they will always throw that I have money. You say, no, don't worry, it's your money. Just do whatever you want to do. You are doing what you need to do with your own little capacity. They can't get you. They can't get you. Every time I'm saying, I will give you a life example, but I'm saying the word experience. Nobody is unique. You are unique in nature. Unique.
Yeah, so let Mr. Peter come in. Let him come in.
Your creature. Nobody can be better than you. So if your woman is doing bets, it's even an additional thing. If your woman is getting money, it's an additional to you. Not because you are selling the money, but because you are encouraging her, do this. When you get the money, you don't look after it. She will come and give you if you want to. If she don't give it to you, don't worry because you don't even have a plan on the money. Because you are satisfied with what you have.
Cool. You see, like what about those that maybe when you were earning, because I've seen so many people, maybe they are in Western world working as a mechanic or driving Uber, stuff like that, but making sure that their wife get a top notch, make sure that their wife go to school, graduated, and get a very good job. What about those ones?
Yeah, I will tell you something.
When
you are doing such a job, like you are a mechanic, you are struggling together, and you are pushing your wife, that is not love. You are being stupid, because when she gets to that side, she will lose the focus of you. So if she wants to do it, she can do it on her own. You invest on yourself. Why is it difficult for you to invest on yourself? Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult for you to invest on yourself first before you invest in your wife?
Hold on now.
Okay. The perspective here is this: if a man encourages his wife, okay, to get more education, to get to the top of her career, and be somebody in life, I don't think
it's not because you want us to be bringing money to you.
Bad at all. Number one, I give you two things. Number one, you are helping yourself by doing that.
Exactly. Because that is where I'm going.
The bees at home. She cannot be earning that humongous amount of money and refuses to contribute effectively to ease your own burden. That's number one. Number two, by the time you do that, you are doing it also for your children.
Exactly.
That you have together. Okay, that's good. It's a good gesture as a husband.
It's a good gesture.
Unfortunately,
but what stop if you can take like that as a man, as a good man that can take it like that? What is stopping you to do it for yourself?
Hold on. You know, okay, like this part of the world that we have, you know the way it works, right?
I know.
Like, okay, if the husband, wife, both are going to school at the same time, they have to take care of the children. Both have to go to work, and there's going to be problem. One of those things will suffer, which literally might be children. You understand? But why I'm saying this is what I'm trying to point out now is this: women, it is very easier for them to just leave everything onto fate. That, you know what? Let me just relax. And men, even at 60, I've seen a man that still enrolled in school. So that is why once that, though, I've seen some greedy men too that will do what you are saying. They only care about themselves, want to invest on themselves alone. They don't care whether their wife achieve anything or not. But guess what? Is that wife that did not achieve anything that will kill that kind of a man? And yet, whatever you might have worked for. That is what is going to happen.
Apart from that, sir, I think experience around here seems to be buttressing what brother said earlier on. Let me put it this way. By the time these women, especially those who are in the nursing profession, medical profession, all that, they earn a lot of money, and the man who has assisted them in climbing this ladder up there has become just a rag in their estimation. They don't, to them, because they earn more money, they are now in this top rank of the society, they now denigrate their husband. And that's why you see a whole lot of problem homes have, especially in this Western world.
In abroad,
because
yes.
Men no longer mean anything to them because of the money they earn.
Because they are independent. They can do without you.
This is another thing. This is another thing that do happen. Sir, this is another thing that do happen. Bible says that if someone walk with wise people, that kind of person will have some kind of level of wisdom. Now you want to, like, before you do that kind of a thing, you want to look at, okay, what is the type of the woman you have as a wife? You want to look at that one first. What is the type of the woman you have as a wife? And secondly, in what company do you see that your wife? Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, sir.
So, and those two things, they are very important.
But let me deconstruct the two ideas you just brought now. Let me deconstruct them.
Oh, okay.
What kind of wife do you have? When that's why, let me tell you, you can't define anybody until that has money and power. Before you know who a real person is. The person must have money and power. So when you are in the state of poverty, you are living another man's life entirely. Get money. Yes, it's true. You get money first, get position, then it is the real you will come out. That's number one, sir. I deconstruct the first one because the wife you married, by the time she has money more than you will just discover that this is not the wife you married from Nigeria. That's one. Number two, sir, it is that status that your wife now attains that will dictate the kind of friends she now keeps.
Anyway, what I'm saying from my own personal experience. I'm talking from my own personal experience. Me and Dixon, we grew up together. We rock everywhere together in Yemetu, Aladori, and stuff like that.
It's my brother, it's my friend and my brother.
So we rocked everywhere together then. And why I'm saying this is that when I met my own wife, I was actually not working, and she was working then. So though I don't want to say that everybody that cannot have that kind of opportunity. I know that maybe I'm just like a chicken.
Before I knock you, I wanted to talk and I will knock you now.
What do you say? All these things you are talking about the environment where you were before you came here.
Environment we were before we came here.
It's still different from here, sir.
Yeah. But
from here. It's like there is one spirit around here.
Yeah,
the spirit of liberty, the spirit of liberty, the spirit of egalitarianism.
Yeah, it's freedom, the same thing. Because if you are not truthful on little thing, if you are not truthful on something little, you can never be truthful even if you have the whole world. That is the scenario I'm trying to point out here now.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have little thing and you can be straightforward, you can be truthful with it. Even if you are Bill Gates, you're still not going to be truthful. That is what it is.
Okay.
I'm not those one that maybe go astray because maybe they look at this, look at that, and they just miss their road and wear astray like that. It's because maybe the husband made them vulnerable to that kind of, because if your wife is not comfortable talking to you as a man, then they're just like kids. They're just like children.
Hey, Peter, Papa, Peter, stop it there.
No, I'm not stopping. Hold on, let me make my point. Hold on, let me make my point.
I know the point.
Let me make my point.
I know the point. Stop Papa.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point.
Okay.
So, like, if as an husband, because women, they are like children. If your wife wants to talk to you, you're not giving her this thing here. She's going to look for somebody else to listen to her outside, somewhere else. It might be women, it might be men, it might be anybody. Somebody else will listen to her somewhere. And that is the situation where you don't want to get yourself in. Because by the time she started missing some kind of, maybe some kind of advices out there to what you are giving, then there's going to be a problem. That is where that problem always lies.
Can I talk now, brother?
Okay, talk to you.
Okay. Prof, are you there, Prof?
I'm here.
Yeah, he can hear you.
You know, sometimes some people have good wife and they mess up, and some people have good husband and the lady is not good. But sometimes things are just normal. It's not neither good nor bad, but they just meet and everything's going on. For Peter, Mr. Peter, Michael is one of those people that have good wife. But Peter is not good though, but he has a good wife. He has a good wife. He has a good wife. So when we are talking, he cannot really contribute. I'm not comfortable to see him talking. You understand? But I'm not really comfortable. He's a lucky man. You know, when he met his wife, he was one village boy from Ibadan and went to Lagos. And he went to Lagos to meet his wife.
Always remember that I brought you to Lagos.
Brought me to Lagos. Brought me to Lagos. Agreed. Respect. Escape it. He brought me to Lagos. When we finished our polytechnic, he brought me to Lagos to look for a job. But you know what? He met his wife in Lagos and he showed his wife Lagos. The guy was born in Lagos, so, but he's the one that showed the lady Lagos. Because the lady don't know anywhere in Lagos. It's Peter that said this is where this is how it's working in Lagos. So this is how I work in Lagos. So it's so, and he said something. He said if you are faithful in little thing, you can be faithful in big thing. So it was so fortunate. And we were saying things. I've been saying things as I always call percentage when I talk. Say this percentage. So it's one of the few percentage that was so lucky. So it might not understand.
You are very correct.
He might not understand. It's Mr. Makinde. It's my friend. He might not understand what we are saying.
No,
I
was going to tell him that the case you are paying is very rare. Very rare.
He is a lucky guy. And such a thing does happen. You understand? I appreciate that he understand that he has a good wife and they're happy for him. Because some people will have it and they will abuse it. Instead of them to appreciate it. But it's one of the few people that appreciate what they've got. So I appreciate
thank you.
That because we have trained him. We trained him very well anyway. We trained him very well. We trained him. So what I'm saying is about losing focus of you. If you get to a country, you bring your wife.
Have you called?
I say, you already have a British. No, you haven't got a green card because I'm in Britain, so I'm taking it from Britain. And you are telling your wife go to nursing. Before your wife goes to nursing, what's stopping you from going to engineering or whatever you want to go to? But because some men, they are just like they don't want to do anything for themselves. They just want somebody to do it and come and give them money. But at the end of the day, they get it wrong because they get it moving in the different people and realize that you are not the standard that she wanted anymore. Yeah. There's a story that happened recently. There's a man, he loved a girl back home and he was trying to bring this girl down. Later, successfully, he was able to bring this girl last month to the UK. But when the girl came here, the girl lost focus of him. He said it's not the really guy he wants.
Yes. Yes.
After training the girl for uni, I'm applying for masters here. Bring her as a spouse.
Yeah.
Because this is not the guy I want. Yeah. I want to go for somebody I wanted.
Almost 70%. Almost 70%.
Yes. No, 80, sir. 80, 85, sir. 80, 85.
According to one statistics, okay, that this man actually took time to do. Almost 70%, if not more.
80,
especially
85, sir.
Especially of African descent, from Africa. Like that. Once they get here, they start earning money. Their husband becomes especially those in nursing profession. You know?
So Peter is luck. Peter is from Ibadan. Peter is intelligent.
I was wondering whether he's out of this planet. Something is happening.
No. Because, no, Peter is wise. No. Excuse me, Prof. Peter is from Ibadan. He's a very intelligent guy. I can say it again and again. This guy you see now, he knows so many things. So some people do it without that knowledge that he has. It's not that the guy is good. I told you that the guy is good, and I'm right. But apart from that, the guy is good. Peter is wise as well. It's not everybody that out there your exposure, Peter. That's your exposure that you've got to manage that situation. That the people you receive is saying you like somebody that know, because you can engage your wife in some, even if you call her a professor, you can still engage her in some conversation. Yes or no? Even if she call a professor, you can see you can't call her and you just tell her what she don't know.
And she will listen. Yeah,
she has to, because you know what she don't know. She has to. Because you, Peter, you know what she don't know, even as a professor. But some people, by the time the girl even start college, they are lost. Are you getting me? By the time they start college, they are below, they are behind. They cannot match up again. They cannot speak when the girl bring her friends home for barbecue. They cannot even converse. They cannot have a conversation with the girl, their friends. But for you, if your wife become a professor today, because the way we train you, I want to train you. The way we train you, I want to train you. You can see discuss with them. Even if you are not a professor and they are a professor, you can still engage them. So your wife will be proud of you.
she won't leave you. Apart from your wife is good, okay, secondly, I'm talking about you, your characteristics, your qualities, that you get it, you cannot miss it. You can't miss it. She will be proud of you because professor say what about manager US IT. So you can see
we are posting this. Don't cast it. We are casting this. I'm going to post this. So, but listen, mind what you say.
Sorry. So Peter can manage, Prof. Peter can manage in such a situation. So nobody can lose focus of him because he's a wise guy, he's exposed, he's intelligent. But some people are not like you, and they want to train their spouse
Let's give some time, okay?
to be exposed. They will lose focus of them.
No,
those are the two things I want. I told you the wife is not the best woman.
Do you know my attitude? Do you know my attitude towards that? Do you know my attitude towards that? My wife, I allow her to go to school, to go and do her master's. I did everything to encourage her. Everything. Exactly. To encourage her. I leave the rest to God.
Prof. You're a prof now. You're a prof.
You know what? I leave the rest to God. But at the level I am in now, by the grace of God, okay? I don't know how much money she's going to earn tomorrow that she will hold me to ransom. You understand what I'm saying? So I did everything I did to help her establish herself for her own future. Not necessarily me. Not to oppress me tomorrow.
You secure yourself already, Prof.
Yeah,
you have already secured yourself.
That's why, because I know that how will people talk about me that I'm a professor, that my wife is just first degree? I did not encourage her to even aspire to do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Some men, out of security like that, they want to keep their wives down. But I don't do that. I don't know what tomorrow will be. If by tomorrow she earns more than me, which is a possibility, okay, let her own her money. You understand what I'm saying? Whether she remembers me or not, it's not my business. But I've done what I've done for God's sake and for the sake of my children. You understand? Exactly. So that's the way I see it. If you like grow wing tomorrow and become anything, well, so far I do not play. I did not put my future.
Prof, do you know she will not grow wing? You know why? You are a professor. When she's in the midst of her colleagues, she tell them, my husband is a professor. She's proud of you. Yes, she will be proud of you. Like, I've got a husband, she's a prof. He's a prof.
Can I say something?
The conversation will always come up.
Can I say something? It's not only about your being professor or your academic attainment. Sometimes they need something different than that. So he might be a professor and doesn't have what she wants.
But he has the swag. He has the swag. He can. Well, if we bring our friend that they have masters together, he has the swag. He can. That's what I said about Peter. Remember, I said Peter, the wife cannot be bothered even if the wife become a professor, because Peter can engage those friends. Even those friends want to fuck Peter, because Peter can engage them. Peter knows what to say. Peter knows how to say it, how to present it, and that's what Prof has got as well. So that thing does not apply to 4 of us, but it's happening.
I'm just saying that in general. I'm not
that's what I said. It doesn't apply to any 4 of us that are saying this guy, but it's happening. But for you, even if your wife become a professor, with the little conversation we've had, I noticed that you can engage her, you can talk. Who she wants to go and meet? Is it somebody that's lower than you intellectually? No. She will think they love you from the beginning. They lose focus of you when you start becoming, when you accept that they are better than you, and when you are starting fighting for what's supposed to come to you naturally. That's when they lose focus of you. When you start fighting for what's supposed to come to you naturally. Hey, school, because you are below, then that's why you lose. But when you are up to it, they can't leave you. Because that time you cannot even fight for it because you know who you are. You understand? And you have everything that you have. So you cannot run after anything I will. You cannot do it because already you are who you are. Yes. But when you don't have those qualities, Baba Wabaraje. When you don't have those qualities, you go Baraje. And when you Baraje,
another thing that do happen is it. Someone without that kind of a quality will not even encourage his wife to attain something better than what he wants.
Oh, they do.
No, they would because they are lazy. They want somebody to go do it for them. They want somebody to get it for them. Go and get it for me. Everything that you have is ours.
Those kind of people will want to
our money. It's our money. Our money.
Where their wife can, hey, you can't go beyond this. You understand what I'm saying?
I know.
Because I see somebody that left this country. He left this country. He went to Nigeria and married a lady that could not even write her own name. Even when this lady went for to embassy for a visa interview, she had to get an interpreter. You understand? Just because she doesn't want, just because he doesn't want her to, like, you know, when a lady has at least high school, maybe SS3, you have exposed to a certain level. You understand what I'm saying? But somebody that could not even write her name, you know, that one is a stigma on that kind of a person already. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? The lady still mess around. The lady still mess around.
Because the intention of the man was not good in the beginning. And God just want to show it. You know what? You cannot hold people. You cannot determine the success of anybody. I cannot determine your success. You cannot determine mine. Yeah.
Of course.
Prof, as is a prof today, and you are not prof. You cannot say because you are not prof, this, that. Anybody that think like that is stupid. Yes, sir. So somebody because he doesn't have education, so I'm better than you. No, don't think you are better than anybody. Don't ever think anybody that think like that will be a loser at the end of the day. Because that lady might know some things she don't know. You know why I said you and prof cannot fall in that victim? Because I've assessed you, I said to you, like, even if that lady is professor, you can manage that person. Because that lady will not look so close of you because you can talk, because you can say things, you can meet up. When they bring their friends, you can engage their friends with good conversation. You can talk about Ukraine and Russia and analyze what is happening between Ukraine and Russia. Even if you don't know it, when they start the conversation, you can fit in. You can fit in. Yes, sir. But when you cannot fit in, is a big problem. So even if you, Baba, if you have a girlfriend that cannot fit in with some conversation, you get fed up. You said something about conversation. When you have a lady in the house and your conversation is different from the conversation, you won't talk. But communication don't so equally happen. Because when a conversation is just opposite of your own, you stop talking.
The public name.
Especially the only conversation he just want to bottle you, he just want to bring a point. This is like film big point to see point film you get fed up. You start that conversation. I'm telling you. Because so seed, wrong seed.
That's the more reason. That's the more reason you have to invest in her.
That's why you have to invest in now. So it's good to invest in the right lady when you get the right lady. When you are the right man. No, invest in yourself first. Make sure you are capable of handling it. And if you want to invest your wife to, you can undo it. If you cannot undo it, then there's a problem. I'll be prof, Bokaro.
I think like what's important here is knowing the wife you marry. Now, because the tendency will not just come overnight. you would have known what this lady is capable of doing when she becomes, you know, when she's
You
up there.
know, after
But,
you have to know.
let me tell you, except if you have the mind like me, give her the education, allow her to do her education, but make sure that tomorrow it will not be to your own detriment. And that means you have already taken care of yourself. Maybe probably before she even met you, you already made by God's grace. Okay? So it's not with her assistance or with her presence that will now make you. You already made. You are getting her educated for two reasons. You want to do it for your children, and for God's sake, you also want to do it so that it does not affect you or maybe your ego. When you go out with her, she'll be able to communicate only move. You want to be proud of her too. Okay, for instance, let me tell you something. My wife is a very sophisticated woman. She's educated. In fact, she's doing her master's now. Each time till university end of year party, we go together. And sometimes she becomes the signature of all people, that everybody will be looking at her. I see she's the type that whenever she enters an occasion, she steals the show. Okay? So in that process, when people see her, they want to engage with her. And I'm proud that she's not the one who cannot engage in academic discourse.
Yeah, every man like that. Every man like that.
He's not the one who cannot engage in other discourses. You understand? So I'm comfortable taking her out. So you can now imagine me saying that, oh, I will not encourage her to be educated because of this, because of that. It will affect me too, in as much as we live together. And they say, okay, this party is for two people, it's for husband and wife. Okay, and I'm now taking a wife who doesn't even understand etiquette. Table etiquette, she doesn't know.
Etiquette.
How to put it,
Table etiquette, yo.
You understand what I'm saying? So that is why when you get her educated or you encourage her, you are doing it for yourself too. Yeah.
And the bottom line of what we say that, Prof,
Yeah.
is that you have to do that. It's a necessity, but make sure when you are doing that, you don't neglect yourself.
Know who you are doing that for. Know the person, but it is very impossible to know the person.
Doing that for Peter, the prophet. When you know who you are doing that for, then don't neglect yourself. Because if you neglect yourself, she might lose.
Don't do it at the detriment. Don't do it at the detriment of yourself. Because if you do, you might be suicidal in future.
Because Peter that you see, so Peter have a good degree in IT. He's a professional IT person there. He's got everything he needs to get in that country. Within 3-4 years that he comes to that country, he exploit. So telling the woman to do anything, it doesn't matter to him because already he has exploit. So he has that confidence. You have that confidence. You are a professor. Yes, sir. So you can encourage your woman. It's the best thing anybody can do. I do that. I even do that where I am now. But make sure that when you are doing that, don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect yourself because you want to depend. Like, let the woman they go and do it. Let me stay. Don't worry. My own doesn't matter. Because she lose because of you. Yes, sir, Prof. So your woman cannot lose focus of you. Peter woman cannot lose focus of you. Sunday woman cannot lose focus of you because you are trying to you putting yourself. You already you are ahead. Even if the woman is ahead academically now, even if she has said hey tomorrow, the position you are can still confidently manage them.
Yeah. Without depending on her.
You can still manage them. So that's what we say.
Let me tell you, if it's if
it's in 1 year now,
if
so
a man,
Peter can see you and Peter or anybody can see confidently manage them.
Let me tell you, even Toba, you are the one who made your wife, who made her whatever she is today. Listen, this is a lesson of life too. Even though you are the one who made your wife whatever she is today, you get her educated, you get her a good job and everything. She now up there, and all of a sudden, God forbid, you lose your job, and things are no longer going on well. You used to be the sole breadwinner. Now, sometimes when she earns more than you, then two of you are still, making it, pay the bills and all that. But eventually, you now lose your job completely. And the whole body now falls on her. I don't want to say
100%.
Prof,
100%.
Let me learn. Ìkan tó máa ń fa depression tó máa ń jẹ́ káwọn bí ní stroke tó ń gbàbẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn pé ìdí náà ti fẹ́ mi ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ni mo ṣe bá ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ òṣì bá ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ní so ló wá ní ó wá tẹ́ ó wá yí fẹ́rẹ́ díẹ̀ fún mi lórí gbogbo ilé wa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àrífín yẹn we now get into the mass so much that our develop some sickness tó yẹ pé because kò lè believe ara ẹ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ sóun lórí àrífín yẹn I'm telling you, many people last in here is one of the secrets. So that is
Prof, Peter lucky. Peter, I've had so many series of that. Peter is already you. But his wife is always like that. Like Toba Peter supported Toba Tunchapole Atugbe. It has happened to Peter many times. So when Peter don't talk when we are talking, you are lucky. You are favored. Yes, sir. Don't talk when we are talking. You are lucky. You are favored because you are not getting married to a conventional woman, to a normal woman. But what you have said, Professor, you are very 100%. But he was so lucky that even when he's doing it right, fine. Would you mind enjoy it? She will be there to like console her, make it, and they always get back. They always get back because inukan, they will get back again. So, but everybody don't need lucky yet. So you must not plan.
I'm sorry to cheat this in. This is a personal question. Your brother Peter Mabino.
Ọwọ́ mi lè funfun nẹ́nẹ́ o.
Okay. Nà sókè dáadáa kí ìrìn yẹn.
Ọwọ́ mi lè funfun nẹ́nẹ́ o.
Okay. Mo láìkì yẹn. Okay. Ọwọ́ gbogbo wa funfun nẹ́nẹ́. Ọwọ́ gbogbo wa funfun nẹ́nẹ́.
Ọwọ́ ẹ̀fọ́ ọmọ ẹlọ́ ni o. Pásítọ̀ ni o. Ọmọ pásítọ̀ dẹ̀ lòun náà.
Okay. Kò sí wàhálà. Oh my goodness.
Ọmọ pásítọ̀ ló kọ fún jì ni o. Ọmọ pásítọ̀ ni mo kọ fún jì.
No, sincerely no, kò sí way téèyàn lè fi rìn tó máa rìn mọ́ completely. Yes, that's the truth. Nípa ti ìyàwó yẹn, I think luck ni. Because there are some náà tó yẹ pé bó bá débí, wọ́n jẹ́ kí excess liberty tá a ní ní Western world. And all the freedom and all the one, they go get into their head. They still remember where they come from. They still remember the daughters of whom they were.
And that's the only way we can have a fantastic family here in abroad.
Let me tell you,
you're going to enjoy yourself all your life.
Many of them don't remember that. The moment they come here, either a great speech kan wọlé sí wọn lára, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo liberty táwọn ní, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo freedom táwọn ní, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo àwọn advantages táwọn ní.
They're going to explore. They're going to explore everything. Yes.
They not capitalize on that. So
we're in America.
To oppress their husband. And so irú yẹn ló dẹ̀ pọ̀ jù láàrin àwọn obìnrin tá a ní níwò yìí. Anybody tó bá ní ètò orí ẹ pé tó rántí ilé tó mọ̀ pé ọmọ Áfíríkà lòun first and foremost. To them, yes, marriage.
Fresh.
So sir, what's your advice now to men and women out there? That's the essence of this program. We're trying to learn one or two.
Okay, men should respect their wife. Then wives they should be submissive to their husband. So it's pretty easy. Like is it like two-way route? It's like a two-way route. Respect and submissiveness.
It's sort of like two-way route. Router.
No. Respect and submissiveness. Then that's it.
Sir, what do you mean by respect?
I mean, men should respect their wife. Then, wife, they should be submissive to their husband.
They have to respect their wife too.
One thing,
they also have to respect their wife to the husband too.
Yeah, you cannot request for a submissiveness for a wife you did not respect.
What do you mean by respect, sir?
Respect means let their opinion count, even though you are not going to use it. Whenever they are talking to you, still count it like somebody is talking, even though you have made up in your mind that what she's saying is out of it, and you know you are not going to do what you say, but just give her a listening ear.
Okay.
You understand? Because they value that a lot. If a woman gives you 6 advice and you turn all the 6 down, maybe because you have foreseen something that negative about those things, and you turn all the 6 down, guess what is
what about a wife who disrespects you?
Sir?
What about a wife who disrespects you and thinks that whenever you ask for submissiveness, you are trying to control her?
No, it won't be like even that disrespectful that you just mentioned, sir. Maybe something might be happening. Maybe an underlying issue might have been there that has never been addressed.
It's always an underlying issue. 70% that's always 80% that's always an underlying issue.
Yeah, maybe that has been there, that has never been addressed. It might be family stuff like that. Maybe a family or your family, maybe stuff like that has been going on. And if those things stays long and you never address it, of course, it's going to degenerate to something like this.
Okay, sir. Let me add this. I have a friend, sir. Whenever the wife wrongs him, the wife will never apologize. The man eventually, because he wants peace at home, will apologize. And this thing keeps happening over and over and over and over again. Listen, sir. The man now thinks that, look, you are the one that is at fault. You wronged me. And you will never apologize because you think that it will make you inferior one way or the other. Okay, if I keep on apologizing for a fault that is not mine, when will my wife learn and when will she know that I do not have, that I'm hurting? So because I will always apologize, and this thing will continue forever and ever. You tell me, when will the wife learn?
Sir, that thing has not just, the man has been doing that even when they were cutting. That didn't tell you his friend. He has been doing that. And the wife has got used to that pattern. Once you allow that to be in place for years, you cannot ever change it overnight. It's not possible. Baba,
you are right. That can never, not for years, it won't change 100%. It's not right. It will remain like that. As long as they live together, it will remain like that. You know what happened? Why are you apologizing what you are not guilty of? That's stupidity. That's stupidity. Why are you apologizing for what you are not guilty of? That's stupidity. You are not being nice. You know what? You know what? You know, women, they are more, I told you, they are more intelligent than us. They know, they are right, but you just apologize. They just want you to do it. Just pretend. Because once you pretend, they will not hold you with that. They just want you to pretend. They know you are not saying it from your mind. They know you know what you are doing. You are a man. But they just want you to pretend so that they can always get something to hold you ransom with. They are more intelligent than us, Baba. I can't lie you. They know what they are doing.
Okay. If you say you will not apologize, you have already gone into malice. You don't talk to each other. And it's going to 1 day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, not talking together because
will
You know
apologize.
you are not at fault, and she will never apologize. And this thing we continue. How do you ensure at home?
Even if I want to boyfriend or girlfriend, they have been doing that. And the man has been apologizing. So now, because this is what happened. This is what happened. This thing, I know you understand the law of diminishing return, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this thing always happen in marriage too. It always happen in marriage. If you find a girlfriend, maybe during your courtship, before you say something, she'll kneel down with her 2 nails on the ground. By the time you put finger on the hand, then that kneeling down with 2 nails will be 1 nail. By the time she has like 3-4 kids, she won't kneel down at all again. When she wants to greet you, she will just hug you. So that is what it's called. So if you have been apologizing during your courtship, if you have been apologizing, then don't expect anything better when you get married. Because it's going to keep you getting more than what you have. That is what is happening.
It's only going to get
so okay, sir. What then happens to that marriage? Because
the advice I will give to the man.
He has to bear it for the rest of the marriage.
The advice I will give to that man, if he loves his children and is married, he should keep apologizing. He should keep apologizing. Because any marriage, sir, any marriage.
Sorry, I want Sunday to talk. I want Sunday to talk. Why he's checking his hand. He's checking his head.
Sir,
please.
Sir.
Yes.
At the beginning of the conversation, sir, we mentioned about a man being conquered by women. Mm-hmm. That man has been conquered.
He has been conquered. I said it. I said it has been
that man has been conquered. And that person will keep apologizing all his life, or you opt out. That's two ways.
If we try to, in my ways is options, maybe think about pros and cons of what it's doing. Like if the negativity of it, if the positivity of it outweigh the negativity, he should keep doing that. But if you still believe he loves his marriage, he loves his children, he has to continue doing that. Unless, if he doesn't, and another good thing about it is the man's nature to be peaceful. He just tries to be peaceful. That is his nature. Even if he find another woman today, he's still going to do the same mistake. That is his nature. And one thing about nature is, they say, into money, Lara, don't get money leaky. And that is the way he will be behaving.
But
so my advice for him is
Pastor Michael, in the case that the man has a reservation with what he's doing, he's not happy with what he's doing, then Sunday was right. He has been conquered. He has been conditioned to do it. He doesn't like doing it, but he finds himself doing it because
he doesn't like doing it, but when they were cutting, he was doing it. If he doesn't like it, then
he was
could have walked out.
He was taken to the valley.
Yeah.
he was taken from the bottom of the valley. He has been taken from the bottom of the valley. And the valley is where the war happened. And the valley is where you bury people.
Dixon, listen to me. Now, the man may not have been taken to the valley per se, but the man lost peace. He wants peace to reign in his house. Now, probably because of past experience.
Every man wants peace. Every man loves peace.
My dad, the dad of Sunday, and my dad is one of them. He's not happy doing it. He's just doing it because he don't have a choice. Yes or no, Sunday? We are born in that kind of family. He was doing it because he don't have a choice. And any opportunity he has, he complains.
Okay, I watched a program recently on around here, a local station. They were asking this guy, what's the secret of marriage? You buy so long. So what's the secret of marriage? Everything the woman does, everything, no matter how it is. Okay. nobody will inquire with you. And so the guy has been tolerating the woman all these years. And that is what has been in their marriage. What about that?
Yeah, look, we have individual differences. You understand? Somebody can be tolerating and be happy with it. But my dad tolerates more than anybody I've known in the world, but he's not happy with it. But he tolerates, but he's not happy with it. So he have any opportunity he has, he complains. Where the woman is not there. You understand? He complains, but he's happy, he's enjoying it, but he was tolerating. Baba, it depends. It's individually, but Baba, I will not tolerate anything. I prefer to be alone than tolerate somebody to humanize me, to take my dignity, to take me from the bottom and bring me to the valley, like I used to say. I would not take it for a minute. You see, Peter is my friend. If Peter advised me and I see the advice is not good, I will say, Peter, you know, be the body. No, don't bring me that. Don't bring me that. We've done that before. We've gone through that before. Yes, sir.
Anyway, like the Yoruba say, the Yoruba people say, well, that's between the two of you. But now, I think the Yoruba people say, if you don't, because of yam, eat palm oil. You, because of palm oil, eat yam. Those two of them go together. The two of them go together.
That's because there's still something valuable in between yam and oil. But
that's what I'm saying.
In some cases, there's nothing. In some cases, there's nothing. There's no equal and there's no issue. Yes, sir. In some cases, there's no equal, there's no issue. I'm telling you, there's some cases there's no equal and there's no issue.
But let me tell you, there will always be something joining them together. Like Brother Peter said earlier on, tutorial on more because
Peter, Baba, Prof, Brother Peter can say that because Brother Peter has always been a responsible man. Everything's working for him. But for us, that's no more.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. Peter, we are like this. We are 5 and 6. But for one, that's no more. There's difference in Ronuwa. You understand? There's a little different. But only way it got to my pay for my advice is just stay with your wife. Because I want him to be with the wife. Don't fuck up with the wife. I will support the wife, not him. Because but don't support the woman take back me the baffle. Because
okay. This guy complained. This same guy complained. Because of this misunderstanding. For weeks now, they have not spoken to each other. And my boy, implication of that, they don't even sleep together.
Okay.
So because now, each time such malice arises, what always happens is that the two casualties, whenever malice happens between the two of them, the two casualties are that the wife will not care whether the man eats or not. Number two, sex is completely out of the way. And my mother used to tell me those days, not me in particular, my elder sister, the only woman among us. So that look, no matter the quarrel you have with your husband, no matter the quarrel, there are two things you must not deny your husband: food, sex, and food. But this man, whenever they have quarrel, these are the two casualties that suffer: sex and food. So now, with a situation like that, and the man still wants peace to reign in his home because of
the wife is denied because the man refuses to beg.
Peter, tell them about facing your Goliath. Tell them about the story of facing your own Goliath. That's their Goliath. They have to face it. Sir. Tell them we have been in a place where they train us how to face our Goliaths. So that's why I say you should tell you.
Peter, please, there is a David. somewhere who wants to know how to kill the Goliath.
Sir.
Hey, so Peter,
Like
you have
I
to know how to
said,
face your Goliath. If you are not afraid to face your Goliath will kill you where you are.
sir, like I said,
you have to face your Goliath.
I'm still going to repeat the same. I'm still going to repeat the same thing. You see, it's very, very difficult to, like I always tell people something.
Sunday, there are so many requests hanging. Many requests hanging. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Oh, bring them in. It's like we are enjoying the conversation.
Sir,
bring them in.
They're so like I always tell people something. You know those that you love, but you cannot tell who genuinely loves you. You can't.
Please, can I have the names, sir? Can I have the names? Their names, sir.
Okay, I just sent request to some people, but
okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Who is this?
We have 3 already.
Yeah. They are asking for request. They are asking for this thing.
So you know those that you love, but you don't know those that love you genuinely. So now in this area now, like I said, I don't know what their age may be. I don't know how long they've been in their marriage, but all I knew was that at least they must have caught for a period of maybe 1 year or at least 6 months. And this is one thing about women. Whatever you give to them, they know how to multiply. Anything you give to them, they will multiply it. If you know how to beg very well, they will work on that.
Good or bad? Good or bad?
You understand? They will make sure they make you.
Right, I get broken.
So what this man has been doing.
Tell whoever that wants to join, tell them to make a comment. Send a comment so I can get their name.
The fact is that as they see them now so they see them too. I just see D has joined. Okay, D has joined.
They're just joining live. They're joining live. It's not like they're sending requests, sir. They're joining the live.
Oh, okay.
But if anybody wants to join, they can send out their comment, then I'm going to add them in.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
So this is not what happened. Like what the man has been doing, he cannot change it overnight. And if he wants happiness for himself, if he wants happiness, because my father always tell me something. My father always say that if you have a friend or you have a wife and you complain about certain things for 5 years, if he or she didn't change that attitude, then you now have to develop a way to happily be living with that attitude, with the attitude of that person.
To happily accommodate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The attitude of that person. My father always told me when I was even very young. And I've been even to this Olorin life. There are so many things that sometimes I will just look at it that I look at it like, okay, that is his way, that is his style. So I can
now see the secret behind your blissful marriage.
So then I've looked over the way to accommodate him.
Don't worry. He can advise people with that. He's got good advice. He's a stupid guy. He's got good advice, but he's a stupid man. And with a good wife.
One of my friends said, Peter, I want advice you say telling me.
Yeah, it's not good advice with it. So if you are moving with Peter is from Ibadan. Note it. I was born in Ibadan. We are from Edo, but we are born in Ibadan. So, and I'm with an Ibadan woman as well. So you need a level of intelligence to deal with them. Peter is very intelligent because that woman he married, he cannot catch Peter in terms of intelligence, no matter how he does. But Peter is a good man. Peter will make him feel comfortable, but Peter, you cannot meet him.
Yeah.
The only advice
see you, but you don't want to see you.
He just needs to
Well, it's not my take.
divide, like it's been passed. Like whenever they have a misunderstanding, he always be the one to say sorry because he wants peace to reign.
Yes.
So only God knows how long he has been doing that. He has got you to do that. Then now, what will now make him happy is to make that thing an hobby, not an exercise anymore. Is to make it hobby so that he can enjoy doing it. If he still wants his marriage.
Okay.
But if he doesn't want the marriage anymore, it can work out. But now, you now have to now weigh your pros and cons. That if I work out, what do I stand to lose? You understand, sir?
But sir, do you know this thing you are saying? I'm trying to relate it to where we started this journey. Okay? Where we started this journey was, how can a man tame his down below so that it will not be coveting everything in sketch?
Sir,
that was very simple. So we're now talking about discipline and the grace of God.
Exactly.
So what you are recommending now, sir, it takes discipline, which is extra human. Because when your friends see it, when your friend hear it, they will call you mumu. But that is where the grace comes. That's where the discipline and the grace merge together. So a man who is able to put on this discipline and grace and just say, I'm sorry, even when he's not wrong.
Sir, the friend will say something.
He's an extra human being. And such a man will be able to keep his marriage to eternity.
Sir, the friend will say something if you tell them anything. Like, what is happening under my roof? What is happening under my roof is under my roof. So I don't discuss that with anybody. That is me. That is under my roof. If I portray to my wife now,
it's a lie. You tell me sometimes.
But excuse me, sir. That point you just made now, let me puncture it. Because that point has killed so many people. You see, recently, the write-up about what killed Saint Obi, you say,
yeah. I read it.
Okay. The guy who wrote
he died in silence.
Guy who wrote it.
Yeah, because he was not enjoying what he was doing. He would have find a way to enjoy it.
The guy who wrote it, sir, was my classmate at master's degree in political science, University of Lagos. I know him very well. He's a very close friend to Saint Obi. He dissected everything, how the guy died. The guy died in silence because he just exactly what you said now, that what happened under your roof remains there.
Even when you are dying, some people, he knows I won't interfere here. Sometimes tell me.
Even when you are dying, even when you are dying, you don't want to tell
sir, this is what happened. Yoruba will say, kojú sí ẹ kó tá, tó bá kọ̀yìn kó tá, tó bá kú wọ nìkan dérò ara ẹ pa.
Okay.
And another thing is this: when you try to get advice around, people will give you advice based on their own understanding.
Sure.
And another thing about husband couples misunderstanding is this: when you see any couple, even though you call both of them together and you ask them what transpired between them, whatever they are telling you, or whatever they've told you at that particular point in time, is just like 16-20% of what's happening. What is happening? They will never tell you 100%.
Hey, Prof, it told me this
somebody
before.
that didn't tell you 100%. How will you advise people like that? How are you going to
tell you about
advise? So your advice, even when you are advising them, your advice is just like you're just exercising your curative knowledge. Because whatever you tell them is never going to represent what is causing their problem. That is one thing. So I've come to understand that. And another thing is this: it's very easier for couples to settle their dispute under their roof than calling any third party. Because third party, they won't tell you everything anyway. But within themselves, they can tell themselves what is actually going on, and they will compromise their stand and agree on the stand.
After you have given your candid and loving opinion, by the time when the two of them now iron out their differences, it has happened to me. It has happened to me. Wọ́n ti wà lórí ara wọn, wọ́n ti kúnra wọn already. So wọ́n wá rántí ìyàwó wa rántí one negative thing tó sọ nípa bó tiẹ̀ gbọ́ àgbàyà nǹkan tó ní kí n ṣe nígbà can you imagine? Ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ gan-an àní máa lóhùn jàre torí kò ní báyìí ló fi ń ṣe báyìí. Orí ẹ̀ ló máa fi
If any couple tell me anything today, what I always tell them,
yes.
If any couple report maybe each other to me, what I always tell them is, okay, when you guys met, I was not there. So what I will just tell you, just try and just agree, design a meeting point, and just agree on whatever you guys, or never anything you guys are dragging. Just meet at the point.
That's all right. Because it's so complicated. It's so complicated. But for me, I always tell this man, this man, I tell him the truth. This man, this Peter, Sarah. Sarah.
Oh, serious? Oh, dear, back me. I always tell him the truth, man.
But my advice is I don't bear with it. I will not do it. I will do what I will do. But understand, you're a very intelligent guy. So only for me like okay, because it's just sincerity. But it's only few people that can be sincere like that to each other. It's only few people. More understand also. It's only few people that can be open. But me, I'm one of them.
Imagine for instance, kí wá káyà omi mọ́kùnrin kan sí. Tí n bá sọ fún ẹ ò lè mọ̀ náà.
Yes, sir.
You know that.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí n bá sọ fún anybody ò lè mọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni no.
Tí n bá dẹ̀ pé wọlé tí mo sọ fún pé sọ̀rọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn kò wá òkè. Tó dẹ̀ bẹ̀bí tá a dẹ̀ parí ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ máa lè jáde ni. Irọ́ o. Irọ́ o. Because
but it takes a matured mind for you to have said that and overlook that. That's serious. That's serious.
Very mature.
Nígbà tí máa lè jáde, àwọn ọmọ mi ta ló fẹ́ tọ́jú wọn. Àbí máa tún lọ fẹ́ ọmọ kékeré kan tí mi tó mọ́ wà tó máa wù tó máa palú ẹ̀ dànù níbi ada.
Let me tell you something, sir. Ṣé lórí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bọ́rọ̀ dé yẹn, ó tún mú mi remember another thing tó worth àti discuss. Lórí hada tẹ́ ẹ sọ yẹn, you have a wife at home.
Yes, sir.
You are in your 50s. Woman not care very, very hard before now. But of course now, the power of diminishing return.
And depreciation in accounting as well. Depreciation.
Ẹ máa gbọ́. Ẹ wá lo nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kẹ́ maintain momentum of knocking harder. Okay? Now, ẹ wá ṣe dáadáa, everything wá lọ bó ṣe yẹ kó lọ. Ìyàwó wá ń complain pé ṣé o fẹ́ pa òun ni. And this is saying ìyàwó tó ń complain pé 2 minutes noodle ní tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀.
Because
2 minutes noodle ní 2 minutes noodle. Ẹ máa gbọ́. Instant ẹ bá ti ṣíwọ́ iṣẹ́, wọ́n máa pè é ní 2 minutes noodle. And you are not happy about it. Or they have impressed them, okay, I'm not a 2 minutes noodle. Okuku mommy tell her before now. But okay, I want to make sure that strength is just here. So then you are now able to maintain the momentum. What one complaint?
Yeah, complain, wasa. Complain Yamawa. Because momentum here to one-sided, right? Because Tabasor or love diminishing return, Tansor or depreciation. I talk Korea to bring our major general and I talk Korea to bring our major general. I don't depreciate.
Yes.
I don't depreciate it. So, team low momentum here. Oyeko encourage Mama Lati low, maybe some kind of momentum. So that energy and the equivalent
so
because
naturally, because of the age you are in right now.
Okay,
you do your best. You do your best, eh? And your best doesn't seem to be satisfactory to her. She's now calling you 2 minutes noodle. Okay,
yeah.
You now say, look, I want to show you, say, I am not a 2 minutes noodle man. Then you upgrade. In that level that you are upgrading to now, she's complaining again. No, come on now.
Yeah, because when the man was upgrading, he neglected the upgrade of her wife too. The wife need to be upgraded to that like gap to abai. Ìyàwó wa bai, ọkọ ti wa nbi bai. Then now ọkọ wa bai, ọkọ wa de bi bai. Ìyàwó si wa nbi. So now the wife too needs something so that she can at least come up a little bit so that she can be able to match the energy. So that is where the problem is.
Energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to do work.
Sherry, that aspect is delicate because sometimes when you have somebody who is the best of my description of that individual is that she is miserotic. She doesn't like love making. Okay? She doesn't like it so much. For you, the man, you call him Bellara, you understand?
Yeah.
When it's like that. But your own partner, they stage they go miserotic or really care about so much.
Baba,
so you want a pair, you know, open, you know.
No, it's not up to that. It's not up to that.
For instance, Ofi 13 years, you are well. You're not okay, you're not the pọ̀jù. And so you come and complain. Okay, see. Kilo pọ̀jù
because
hold on now. Another thing, because fun making. Kọ̀ọ̀kan sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ó yá gbé díẹ̀ wá máa bọ̀. Ibi tí ó dà pé bí area yẹn ni àwa ọmọ kéékèèké sìn la fi tún yàtọ̀ díẹ̀.
Okay.
Because like for instance, kò ṣe pé bóyá èèyàn ń pàṣẹ obìnrin bọ̀. This has been the tested style. But okay. I was listening to a pastor sometimes. And he said a fun making starts in the kitchen. Mo kọ́kọ́ wò pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìgbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ kíní yẹn ó ní pé okay, ìwọ tó mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ lọ sóko lálẹ́. Wàá ti wà ní kitchen máa báyàwó ẹ̀ fabọ́ máa bá gbé kíní máa ṣàbá bí ìgbà tí adìyẹ àkùkọ àti abo ẹdìyẹ ẹ ṣáà mọ̀ bọ́n ṣe máa.
Ṣé gbogbo òjé yìí nẹni tí wọ́n sọ yìí mọ̀? Tó tẹ mọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lẹ́nu tí jẹ́ ìsìn ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀dá ń sọ anytime tó bá kò ń mutí kò ń mu wáìnì ló máa ń bọ̀ kò ń mu nígbà gbogbo ìgbà tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ṣóò ló máa ń mu wáìnì okay So pẹ̀lú gbogbo yẹn àti all other romantic àjẹsẹ̀ tí ó máa ṣe kí ìwọ ẹ̀ máa ń practice to the extent tó yẹ pé tíyàwó ẹ̀ bá rí pé ó ti fa wine ó ti fa wine nílò kò sí nǹkan fún ẹ lẹ́ni o torí ó ti mọ̀ pé bàbá ti gbáradì fún iṣẹ́ ni.
But
a ní kò sí ọ̀pọ̀
another thing that ṣé kì í ṣe pé obìnrin yẹn dẹ̀ ń wò ta.
Ó láìkẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo fẹ́ ṣe ó láìkẹ́ ṣe ṣó láìkẹ́ ṣá.
náà kò tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ọmọ iṣẹ́
ọkẹ́ kan sí bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé obìnrin ẹ̀ láìkẹ́ ṣá. Ṣé ṣọ́ pé obìnrin ẹ̀ jẹ̀dú láìkẹ́ ọkẹ́ kan sí Peter náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ṣé kò wò ta because ṣé ṣọ́ pé ẹ̀ love true love pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
Oníbóyá obìnrin yẹn láìkí kí ni.
Pé ṣé pé bóyá obìnrin yẹn pé ṣé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀.
Ṣé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀?
Ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú.
But how can the man tell? Tell never nífẹ̀ẹ́. How can you tell? Tell never nífẹ̀ẹ́.
Bó wọ́n ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ bóyá ìyàwó tiẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́.
No. Kẹ́sì nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé nǹkan tí mo sọ nǹkan tí à ń sọ sìn yàtọ̀ kí wọ́n tó fẹ́ ra ẹ̀hàn lóòótọ́ before you get married you must have some kind of feelings for each other. But with time it come and change. But that person might still remain in that marriage because of condition. Mo ti bímọ fún àtúrà for long time èlé fílẹ̀ mọ́ but I can say have fun.
Nǹkan tí nǹkan bá change nǹkan bá rí báyẹn tó rí bá nífẹ̀ẹ́
change ni now.
naturally tó rí bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ in terms of sex ọkùnrin ló bá obìnrin ló fẹ́ ṣe yes tó bá yẹ pé because ó lé wọn bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọkùnrin ló máa be the one down obìnrin máa be the one up bá ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ but tọkùnrin bá fọ̀ ṣẹ tí ìṣe kò ṣe mọ obìnrin yẹn.
Sorry, Sunday, if you don't mind, I can see some ladies. Yeah. Some of them even raising their hand. Let them talk, please. Because
if you're a lady and you're interested in contributing to this please take the file so I can bring you up, please.
Please talk. Please talk. Folakemi and Co.
Folakemi, do you want to come in? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, if you're a lady and you're interested, please come up, please.
Now, sometimes I won't command you can't trust your wife. But there are some level of relationship you get to that you can trust somebody. But no, from what I know, everything about this person, she doesn't have the tendency. Okay.
Yorùbá sọ pé tá bá ń bá yàn rìn ká má fura sí dẹ̀dẹ̀ téèyàn bá wá ń fura sí kéèyàn má bá rìn ni.
Ajá tó rí ni tó ń yọ̀dí tó ń rédí tó bá rí tó wá ń gbó there is a problem somewhere.
Ṣẹ́rí
problem yẹn dey get the same diminishing return tá a sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Yeah. Sherry.
Okay.
For one to decide.
Let me tell you another thing again, sir. For instance, some women man sọ pé the only thing to my mama wet when you spend money on them, when you do shopping for them.
One that's
the language of romance. That's the language of romance. The language of romance, I won't understand it.
For one, no man goes to sir. Over 419, I'm a 419.
Woman, I will tell you something. They have something that woman, they always try to target your emotion, they target your feelings. Okay, one target feelings, and the moment you are down, and you master of value,
no, some men do too. They want to.
Woman don't know emotional blackmail. What's that guy going for you? Go right to if you want to be a man, tell them you can find somebody, go and find it, but not me. Not me. I will do when I want to do, not when somebody try to manipulate me to do. Yes, sir. Because That's a way of manipulating you to do.
Ejala.
Okay,
if you are the type, for instance, if you are the type, you don't really value, could make any sense here, could move where, come and celebrate birthday, come and celebrate anniversary, come and celebrate Mother's Day, come and celebrate Women's Day, come and gift in each of the occasions. Come on, you are not the type. So to bring one pinu on the basis of that. Come on, what's going on? And because you are not used to this now, one style Jenny credit card, láti fi ṣe shopping for ara.
Irú pàlàpàlà wo ni? Iye oúnjẹ gift mọ́.
Pàlàpàlà of the IS order.
Iye oúnjẹ gift. Ó lè ní iye oúnjẹ gift.
That means any year.
Nígbà tí wọ́n rí tí láti ra gift fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ birthday ẹ̀, ọjọ́ anniversary.
Ẹ bá gbọ́, bros, tó bá bínú, ó lè bínú because Sherry obìnrin òkè gbàgbé pẹ́ de èèyàn, àwa la wá gbàgbé.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we have a lot on this thing. We have a lot going on.
Sometimes Facebook ló máa ń rán mi létí pé birthday mi ń bọ̀.
Àwọn ọlọ́mọ gbàgbé, ọkùnrin máa ń gbàgbé, obìnrin òkè gbàgbé, and obìnrin máa ń mad at it. So tó bá jẹ́ pé ó mad lórí nǹkan yẹn, ó number. But tó bá jẹ́ pé ó mad because she want to get something, it's another meaning.
No, not necessarily. But that's their special day. Báwo ló ṣe máa rántí ẹ̀ tó ní ra nǹkan in commemoration of it? Or kò take ẹ̀ jáde láti lọ jẹun.
No, tó bá jẹ́ pé obìnrin yẹn kì í ṣe pé ó wà lórí ìkíni yẹn. Event yẹn ló wà after. It's not what she want to get. It's two different things. Kò tó fẹ́ get yàtọ̀ sí event yẹn, celebrate that day with me. And I want to get something, buy something for me because you have to buy something for me.
No, not necessarily you have to buy something.
I have to go ahead to see your credit card.
When you talk of celebrating that day with me, you know what that means to your purse now?
It doesn't have to be your Baba. It doesn't have to be your pulse. That's the problem. Because if it's somewhere,
time should be more important than even the money. It's time.
It might be your time spending with it. It might be one a text message. It might be a text message. So text message might share. It might be a text message.
Okay. So this is where the aspect of what we're talking about Western life and Nigerian life comes in. African women, they want technology of Western world and same time technology of African side too. So Oyinbo will appreciate card and messages and flowers. But our African women only appreciate for the card and flower gift. Go and buy a car or buy a gold.
That's why I'm so eja wa real.
Oh yeah.
Oyinbo woman tó bá ń date Oyinbo woman ọjọ́ birthday
card flower. She's fine.
Tó bá tẹ̀ fẹ́ blow orí ẹ̀ pátápátá ni pé kó ra flower lọ gbé fún.
Flower ó ti bá yẹ jẹ́. Bó
o ti make it there.
O ti tán. But ọdún wa ní ìbáyìí.
O tó jáde láti lọ jẹun ọlọ́jọ́ birthday. Ká má tiẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé o ra gift which is expected. But pé o gbé jáde lọ́jọ́ birthday is like that day at
Baba, ẹ bá wa sọ pé wà accepted, you accepted it, Baba. A ti wà lórí obìnrin kì í ṣe ẹyọ kan, kì í ṣe méjì, kì í ṣe mẹ́ta, kì í ṣe márùn, kì í ṣe mẹ́fà. Baba, mo sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín, you put it the way you want. Baba, you correct it the way you want. For Baba, but just let the thing be like normal. Yes, this is your day, this is your special day. You love me for you, I am not for what I want to offer you. When you are doing that you have lost. You understand? It's not about the party, it's about the relationship. That means you are with somebody that doesn't have your this in mind. Your priority, your everything.
Sense of entitlement. The problem with Africa. Sense of entitlement.
I have a family. Sunday more. I can do anything for family. Sunday can confirm it to you. But I don't want you to feel entitled, including my son. I don't just want you because I left my own dad and find my way. And I come back. When I find my way, I get my way. It was the first person I remember. But I need to live it. So think about claiming entitlement here, me like it naturally. And you like it, me like it naturally. Mákèrè mo lọ́rẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà ọ̀rẹ́ l'Amẹ́ríkà láti fi ṣe struggle kiri mo lè bá pè pé bá a send owó but I've never done that.
Mo dẹ̀ pé mi jẹ́ ní gbàgbọ́ ẹ̀.
Sà mo lọ́rẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà náà.
Àbí Sunday tó wá pé wọ́n máa gbàgbọ́.
Kò dẹ̀ ní gbàgbọ́ mi náà.
Tí bá ti sọ sórí màá block ẹ later.
Yẹ kò ní gbàgbọ́ mi nìyà. Ẹ̀kẹ́tẹ̀. So èmi mo respect ara mi lórí ìyẹn. So tó kìí bá ti wà lórí pé gbàgbọ́ so which means tẹ́ bá fún gift £2 tẹ́lẹ̀ mi bá fún £5 níjọ pé díẹ̀ yẹ ó máa rate ẹni over you even though you are the husband. That's because sharing anything that has to do with the valuable things like that. Tó bá ti lè quantify marriage tó bá ti lè name price. Tendency was that you lose that person one day.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody,
What's the
IS bidder. You go for the IS bidder. IS
What's the
bidder.
price tag? What's the price tag? Tendency what we lose there because teba meet up pẹ̀lú tag 5,000. See, come on, to meet up pẹ̀lú tag 10,000. Then you are a loser.
For the IS bidder. Yes, IS bidder.
IS bidder. Yes. So don't go to that area with any woman. Don't ever go to local man. Don't go to that area with any woman.
Bye.
Most of don't ever go to
that's the only area to me. O ti sọ dáadáa bọ̀ látàárọ̀. But ìgbà tó débi tó wá máa lọ kó máa lọ yẹn, I'm not going to agree with that.
Yeah. So wọ́n kẹ́mi ò lè orí ìwọ sí lórí jù mí lọ. So mo accept.
Mo repeat about object to it. I know.
Amborawa, ó ti call me back. Mo dẹ̀ ti accept. Ó ti call me back. Mo ti accept straight away.
No, with simple explanation, a reasonable lady will understand that. Hey, because there are some things you value over relationship, which sometimes is very bad. If you value material things over your relationship with your husband, with your wife, is not making any sense. So, but the best thing is that relationship. Okay, obìnrin tó ní ọkọ òun ò ra gift fóun kò ṣe gbá kò ṣàwó kò ṣe kòkó bàbá sásùn. There is a way you can systematically correct your husband in that kind of area. So that the husband will be reasonable enough to work with you.
But go to extreme.
Kini go man timi lójú. Ìyàwó mi dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe kini ẹ̀fọ́ mi. Mo dẹ̀ máa ń feel embarrassed every time. Because I have a lot of things going on my head.
No,
even ọjọ́ birthday orí Facebook mo ti máa rí pé birthday mà lè ní lóòótọ́. Bóyá ọ̀sán ni mo tó rántí ni mo ṣe máa kí.
Ní date lórí. Ó kọ́ lórí date lórí. Obìnrin bá ní date lórí naturally.
Ní ẹ máa gbọ́ mi. Èmi ní date lórí kẹ̀. In fact, ọjọ́ anniversary wa for the first 7 years mi ò rántí ẹ̀.
Yes, sir. Up to now, Olómọ rántí mi létí ọjọ́ anniversary wa. Up to now, Olómọ rántí mi létí.
Mo kàjólẹ̀ títí tí mo lo some reverse psychology lóríṣiríṣi and emotional blackmail kó tó sọ déètì ẹ fún mi wọn á lọ kọ sílẹ̀. Ó mọ date anniversary wọ́n ti akéètì àwọn sọ pé birthday ẹ̀ ló gbà tiẹ̀ bá ẹ̀ ó mọ birthday ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó lè gbà
jẹ́ kí gbà fún ẹ ó lè gbà fún ẹ yẹ àmọ́ àwọn tó mọ̀ ká jẹ̀ bí ẹ ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ́pù tiẹ̀.
Ṣé táwọn ọmọ mi ti wá dàgbà? Ṣé wá rí sí táwọn ọmọ mi ti wá dàgbà? Wọ́n wá easy body yẹn mi.
Àwọn ní dárí.
So ó ti kú 1 week náà ni wọ́n máa sọ fún mi pé Daddy, what are we going to give mommy for her birthday? So then, àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ preparation. So Ọlọ́run ti àárín bẹ̀ yẹn kó yẹ kí à ń gbàgbé dẹ̀ tó wáyé bóyá yẹn dìgbà táwọn ọmọ bá bọ́ sí ibi ilé tí wọ́n.
Sincerely, sir, from all we have discussed here today, one thing that strikes me most, that's very, very vital, is that aspect of quarreling between husband and wife. A situation whereby the wife will refuse to apologize for any reason.
That's very wrong.
And you now said, sir, Peter, that to be in that relationship for long, to keep that relationship and keep peace at home, learn how to accommodate.
Make it normal. And to make it like
be
normal.
consistent in your begging.
Just take it as your duty, one of your husband's duty. So, okay, whatever she brings, okay, just say, okay, no problem. But I think it can be better if we do it this way. But to say, to try to assert your right, no, you are the husband. This time you have to apologize.
It won't work. It won't work.
It won't work. I learned that of all the things we said here now. So which means whether you are wrong or right, learn to say I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's like what Jesus Christ is.
No.
It's like what Jesus said. It's like what Jesus said, that when they slap you on the right cheek, give them the second cheek. It's
if
only
you started with that. If you have not started with that, don't do it.
Sincerely speaking, it's only those who do it.
Sir, you see, in marriage, sometimes it's always very difficult to introduce new things. The flow that you guys have been coming with, just maintain that velocity. Let it just be going like that. But if you try to introduce maybe, I always cook for my fiancé when we were dating. Then when I got married, I still always cook. But because my family came around, I don't want to do that. Then I started saying, my wife, go and cook. Then because she has taken it as a right that I will just sit down in the living room while you done cooking. Then you say, hey, babe, lunch is ready, dinner is ready. She used to that. But if any attempt for you to change that notion, then there's going to be a problem. I always listened to this woman before she passed away, Bimbo Dukoya. She always says that whatever you know that you will not be able to condone in marriage, talk about it now. Because broken relationship, 1,000 broken relationship is better than one divorce. So that whatever you know that when you get married, you won't comfortable with it, discuss it now.
So
if you know as a lady,
right
you
when
know.
I said you picked that point that the Peter gave you, but I said if you have been doing it, continue to do it. But if you have
I know. I'm just buttressing what you said.
Or repeat and buttress here. But if you have not started, you can stop it. So tell my boss, but
so
like
a lady, you know that in your home you use washing machine. Every time you visit your guy, you always see him washing his clothes. And you know that is one of your duty to do when you get married to him. And this guy does not have ability or power to purchase a washing machine. You have to talk about it now, so you know what you are getting yourself into. If you know you are not going to be able to do that, you need to start looking for Dangote or Tedola son to marry. So that is just what it is.
Or get yourself what's it called? Washing machine. Get yourself a washing machine instead.
No, even if you get yourself a washing machine, there's still going to be a day that machine will malfunction, that you will still need to use your hand to wash. Like here now, if I'm washing a cloth now and my machine got damaged, it's either I call insurance or I can easily call and get another one just to replace it. Mm-hmm. I might not be able to do that in Nigeria.
Of course.
Even if I want to. But for here, I can do that because maybe I have availability of a credit or good credit just to replace it right away. But in Nigeria, if I don't have ability to do that, what will I do? Will I now say because I don't have a washing machine, do I need to go and keep myself? No, my wife will have to wash. You understand? So that is just the way it is. So if you know you are not going to be able to do all those, because all those things, they are so little, truly, they are so little, but at the same time, they can damage relationship very easily. They can damage relationship very easily.
But sir, our discussion seems to a kind of overlook it. Oh, 1 more minute. Okay. Okay. Our discussion seems to be forgetting the fact that there are some, when you are talking about what you will not take in marriage, discuss it now and iron it out. We seem to have forgotten some attitude, some behavior that will be picked along the line after marriage.
Sir, any person that will be telling a lie would not pick it up when he got married. It must have been saying little one that you just overlook. Maybe now. Noticed. No, you will notice, but because you are in love, you will just overlook. Like for instance, you maybe you walked in and you saw maybe your girlfriend just put off her phone. Whom are you talking with? He said no one. She said no one. And later you check her phone, you see that oh, she's talking with. But you don't care because you're in love with her. Probably you believe that if you guys part way, maybe you might not find anyone that close to her personality. You just say, you know what? So now you now got married. She now went out, or you call her where you are. She said, I'm in a store. And you are in Abuja. You saw her, right? Maybe in a club. And this is somebody that said, I'm in a store. So that means she has been doing that. But because of your own this thing, you just ignore. You just ignore what is going on around you. And that is not what it is. Because if you are in a relationship, don't be in a relationship be in that relationship with all your head open. So that is how to maintain a very good and robust relationship. Even with as we are friends now, I know that there are some things I would tell Sunday or you that I know that, okay, I don't want to cross my boundary. When I'm getting there, I'll just have to call myself back. That is friendship men to men. But when it comes to women to men, it's far beyond that. Because there are a lot of things that you guys are still going to share together right in the future. So there are a lot of things you need to discuss. But instead for this our generation, instead for them to discuss those issues like that, they will be doing knacking competition. That is what they will be doing whenever they have opportunity to be around their lady or something like that.
The damage knocking doors to relationship before you get married is big, because it blinds you. You get blinded. You don't face the facts.
That is one of the reasons why Bible says leave the bed undefiled. That is one of the reasons, because you will never address the real point of your relationship.
The real point, and that's why people marry and they are enjoying. They said they are not enjoying because they knack. So sometimes
now when they now have certificate, when they now have the certificate to knack, when they now have that certificate, you know they have gotten the certificate. It's not as if that lady is running away anywhere. Now the lady will now be showing that she's been doing that, but they are not noticing that, or they just ignore. Now that they have gotten the certificate, that is when they will now be saying, and she doesn't behave like this before. That wasn't a lie.
But she must have done something. Maybe it's tiny, that if you are intelligent, if you are not knocking, you can see, you can tell that, oh, this girl will give him a big problem. But some people don't pay attention to things. Any problem in the marriage, must have shown the red flag when you are in a relationship. You must have seen the red flag when you are in a relationship, but you tend to ignore. You think you can get over it. So
anyway,
by the time you come back in marriage,
maybe we should also send a warning to those who are in courtship now and intending to marry, that they should have a long enough time of courtship.
It doesn't have to be long.
It doesn't matter, sir. It doesn't matter, sir. People pretend. People pretend.
Even if they fought for 10 years and they did not have their head open, it's still going to, the same problem is still going to occur.
Like Peter said, It doesn't have to be long.
Sir.
It doesn't have to be long, but they just
Number one, people pretend. Number two, Number two, there's some stuff that you notice that you overlook based on we are not married yet. So I don't want to be too obsessive or something.
Your head has to be open. If your head is open, then you will notice everything one by one. Like, no, this is not what I want for myself.
Anyway,
this is not what I want for myself.
Two different problems can never be the same. No matter what, no matter how high your head is or how open your head is, that keep your head open. If you cut it for just 1 month, it's not enough to know anything about a woman.
Even if you cut for 20 years, you will still never know your wife you married to or the husband you married to. The true color of every human being always shows after maybe 2 to 3 years in marriage. There was a day I went to with my wife. We went to one eatery. So we met a guy there with his wife. They said they were celebrating 5 years and wedding anniversary. I said to them, "You guys are still in honeymoon." I said you were still in honeymoon. I said if you can keep the same smile, the same energy after 10 years, then that is when I will say congratulations to you. Which is true.
100%.
Which is true. Because if you have a woman at home, if you are so diligent, they do this, they do that, they are like up and doing. By the time they have like 4 or 5 kids, they'll feel relaxed. You can't push them anymore. What you will say before that, hey, my wife, you need, I know you're a go-getter. You need to do this, you need to do that. And she's been doing it like, hey, before you say it. But by the time they have like 3 or 4 kids, you tell them, they would, okay, when you tell her and she say, I'm tired, what will you do?
That's it.
So you won't kill her.
and what betides you if you don't know how to cook yourself?
Sir?
And what betides that man who does not know how to cook?
But
anyway,
who
depends solely on the woman?
It's not everybody
that is one thing. I really love myself. I really love myself in that area. Even when I was when we were in school, I always cook like I'm having a party. I do cook like I'm having a party. So, like somebody comes to my house now, you will see meat like two to three different kind of soup. This thing can testify to that.
You see,
so that is me.
Something always happen. So when we are young, guys, something always happen in our home. You understand? Because we have a brother that always want to show himself to our husband. Say, I will cook separately. Whenever my mommy go away, that's where we have the best food. My daddy will start cooking. Either okra, there will be a prawn, there will be everything. After some time, you will see mommy stylishly coming back to join us again. She will create the problem by herself. Oh, nobody said that. But by the time you see that the food we are eating is quality. Maybe we'll be eating quantity with her, but daddy will not change it. It's not easy for it. It's not happy, but he will not change it. They say, he's spending too much on the food. He's spending because he wants us to get. We even pray for such a thing to happen when we are young. Yes or no?
Oh my.
So that's why I said, if food is your problem, so men, it's not their problem. You understand? For men that can know how to cook, you understand? It's not their problem. He can cook. Peter can cook. My daddy can cook. You understand? For me, I cannot cook, but food is not my problem. The problem that I have is too much in my head. So I'm not even thinking about food. You understand? I'm not even thinking about food. You understand? If people give me food, I don't even want to eat. You understand? I'm not thinking about food.
Sir. Conclusively, sir, in one word, let us wrap it up so we can go. Yeah, in summary.
I've told you my own summary. The summary is that to advise those up and coming that look, to have a long-lasting relationship with your wife and to have a happy home, for one reason or the other, because like we said, about issue to have that long-lasting, peaceful relationship with your wife and a happy home. Just tolerate, whatever idiosyncrasies your wife brings up. Just accommodate it. Just see it. Maybe see it as your younger sister or as your daughter misbehaving. Just correct her in love, and don't keep any malice so that you can live long.
Okay.
Yeah, on my own hand, because what I understand is that we all have flaws. No matter what, we are not perfect.
Perfect.
At all. So that is one of the reasons that even when I'm dealing with an opposite sex, I always make sure I look at that area to make sure that if my wife complains of something, I always find a way to meet her, to compromise my stand. Though that might not work for everyone, but I personally, using that style, it's working for me, which I really appreciate God for that. The most important thing is to be able to live with each other peacefully, in harmony. That is one thing that can give us a guarantee joy in our home and in our marriage. Because if we fail to understand those little things, because though we might think they're so little, but at the same time they are quick to damage relationship. One of it is communication. It's very, very important. So whenever there is an issue at home, instead of gathering ideas outside your home, just sit your woman down, talk to her. What you don't like, let her know. And you guys, let her say the reason why she enjoyed doing that too. And you guys can agree on something. And another thing is this: if you know that your partner has a particular behavior she's been doing for like a couple of years, maybe for like 5-10 years, and she's not changing, you cannot change any human being. Just devise a means to accommodate that, then peace will start reigning out in the home. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. I enjoyed every bit of it. But what I would say is that, we have to just learn to live it together with peace. And there's one thing I want to say. You might have a fantasy of the way you want your relationship to be, especially with ladies. I'm saying ladies now because for me, I'm so good to men. I don't know, for some reason, my problem is with the ladies. So you have a fantasy for what you have in mind, but sometimes always think like the person you are dealing with have his own fantasies. So you have to respect individual. Opinion, like this person too have his own. Let me have my own. Don't like I want my own to be like superior. No, even men, I don't want you to suppress you, but like my own is the right one. Or woman to suppress the men, because in most cases, mentally, emotionally, it's women that want to suppress men to do what they want to do. Yes. So it's always women that want to make men do like what to do. But some men too, in case of men will be abusive, beating, more physical. But women will not be physical. They will be nice, but they want to do something. So for men, you will know that they are bad people, and everybody will condemn them, including me and everybody here. Nobody will support domestic violence. For men, women will think they are doing something right, but they are doing a great damage, but in a polite way. Yes, that is in a polite way. So, but it's not all men that will fall for this. Some people have experienced not be one with 10, not with 50, so they know. So they will see it, and you will know, even no matter how good you are, you will see a problem in your relationship, because person will say, why do you have to pursue me? Let me be normal, you be normal, then we can compromise, we can join together and grow. You understand? You don't have to make me. You don't have to put me where you want to put me to what you can manage. You understand? So that you want me to be what you can manage by force, by fire, and you don't want to give up. I've seen things like that, and that's the reason. You know why I'm saying this? Because the reason why we say this, we use Tuface and his wife as an example, and that was what is happening to them. Somebody trying to suppress you to what they can manage. Yes.
Okay.
And that is very common to women, as African women. They want you to suppress you to what they can buy. It's not all women, but most women, they want to suppress you to what they can buy. And that's why and when they do that, it makes them make a mistake because they lose focus of you in the end. Because they take what make you to be a man of you. Yes. So if it will be nice if everybody respect each other. You understand? Leave the fantasy you have in your head. And if the fantasy is so good, when you meet a man, if it's not giving you that, leave that person. Go when you are dating, go for the person that have it. So don't just say, yeah, this person, because it's good. A man change a woman to live better, but it's not a man trying to make a man what you want to, not considering what the man wanted to for his life, or whatever, or a man change a woman to what he wants to, not considering what the woman wanted to. It should be two-way things. We should just try to be balanced and let everybody reason. Everybody thought counts, either man or woman, either male or female. We all have our dreams, aspirations. We know what we wanted in our life. So we should get everybody, even though you are getting married, we should just give everybody chance. You understand, to be independent, to have a right, both men or women, we should have a right to think. And so you must discuss about this before we get into that marriage. I know what you want and support me. I know what you want. Let's support each other, even though we are not perfect. But I know your dream. I know what you wanted. I'm not bothered about it. It's not my problem. I can support you. You know what I wanted. Not that let's get married. When we get married, I know I will change it to what I wanted. That's where the bully come from. It can come from both ways. You understand? So don't worry when it comes to me. When I get married to him or when I get married to her, I know how to change it to what I wanted. So yeah, because that was what started the conversation initially. So, and that's what I have to say. Yes, that's the advice I will give to both people that decide to get. But for those people that get married, follow the principle of Mr. Peter. Just enjoy what you are doing. Either you like it or not, enjoy it. God will bless you. God will give you the strength.
All right. So, in my own humble opinion, I have come to the conclusion that husband and wife should be respectful of each other, and they have to, understand, and they don't have to be too possessive of each other, because when you are possessive, if they are possessive, there is every chance that they're going to be make a lot of sacrifice, because when you make sacrifice to certain points and that person wrong you or disappoint you, you are going to overreact, and your overreaction might lead to violence, toxic relationship, and all that. And you might lose your life, she might lose her life. So just be very natural, see that person as a human being that can betray you, respect her at the same time, and love her. Don't be too possessive, because that person owns they own themselves too, and you own yourself. That's my own philosophy, anyways. And live in peace and harmony. That's it.
All right. So, Baba, maybe we still meet some prof. It's nice to talk to you anyway.
So here's the plan. Me and Prof, we have an agreement that we're going to be running every fortnight. So I'm the host today. I'm the one anchoring the program today. So he's going to be the one anchoring his own program next week.
And let me see what's likely to be our topic next week, so that you can invite your friends. Why the high rate of divorce among Africans in diaspora?
Okay, that's a good one.
So that's going to be the topic. So Bradixin, look up Professor's name on Facebook. Brother Peter, look up his name. Follow him. So by next week we are going to be on his own platform. With on a new topic that we're going to discuss about. Then the upper week is going to be me again. They're going to be here on the same platform to have something to discuss some topic and learn from one another. All right.
And
if you're saying this
to discuss, I will let you know. Peter may have something to discuss as well.
Yes, yes, yes. We can bring it up every Sunday. At least just to chill and relax. I don't have
Every
friends.
Sunday we can
I have no
always
friends. I
get.
have no
Every
enemy.
Sunday evening we
So,
can
but we
just chill
can
with
chat like
something.
this directly
When we hear
online.
the word of God during the day, then in the evening we can chill with our wine and everything.
Yeah,
Chill
chill
in the evening.
with the wine and discuss about life in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's the plan.
Pastor is
So
shaking his head.
No,
whoever
no,
is coming,
it's a
so
fake
whoever is
pastor.
coming across this
Mind you. It's
video
a
for the
fake
first
pastor.
time, you are
It's a
also
fake
part of the family. You can be part of the family. You can follow us and join us so that you can also have the privilege to participate in this program. So you can also leave your own opinion and everything like that. We can learn from
That's
you.
good. That's
You
good.
know, nobody's perfect, but we are trying to work out
I will
to,
add prof down and
towards perfection.
I'll add prof, then we can see how we can go. Then I know I don't have too many people with us here, but some people will see
I'm
here
going to
and they will
post
be blessed with
it.
stuff.
They will see it. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm going to post it. They're going to see it. They're going to come across it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The,
again, so nice to meet you,
the
prof.
topic might just be Tuface, Idibia, and his wife. Matters arising.
Okay. Okay.
Tuface, Idibia, and his wife. Matters arising.
Well, what I did was I already put in a topic in already, which I said is Tuface right with his statement or his belief that men are polygamous in nature. So they talk with Professor Nicholas, Mr. Dixon New, Femi Adegbulu, Michael, Kenny Peter. Then I hashtagged some other platform that can boost the algorithm of the program.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's still good. Just to make sure Tuface features them very well, so that people will like to hear anything about Tuface.
Yeah, for real. Well, I really don't know. Prof, do you know how to do that? I don't know how to add the picture on videos. Not yet. I'm still trying.
Is the CapCut you use?
Okay, but I'm posting this right now. I want to post this right now.
I know that aspect I've not learned.
Yeah, I want to post it right now. That's the problem.
Once you end it, it's going to give you an option to share it to profile. So
I'm going to post. It's going to come up like post.
Just share it. That's it. That's what.
Yeah, but I'm trying to include screenshots to a picture.
Yeah.
That's going to be so to make the video attracting that they want to see. They want to see what's going on. What do you say about him? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's just to pull traffic. You know.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's okay. This is a family thing.
Even if you cannot do that,
even
if you cannot do that, that's why I suggest that Tuface name should be first.
Yeah, and I already hashtagged Tuface Idibia and everything. So it's gonna go
so
across all the platform. Yeah.
Let's do it that way. While we keep learning this
other
way.
Yes.
So it's a beginning, and we spend a a lot of time to do this.
Exactly.
Long time.
Nice meeting you. Yeah. At least everybody opened up.
All
right, sir. Bye. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.